Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Garena Masters 11 Round Robin Day 6. I am the Mustachio AJ, and with me, the one and only Warden, here to rock the caster's desk today. How are you doing, Warden?
I'm pretty excited, man. I mean, it's a pretty important day, and it's nice to be back on the desk with you, AJ. I mean, the last time we shared the desk together was like, what? Well, more so over 3 years, man. So it's great to be back.
Amen, brother. I've been retired for a while, but man, I had to make a comeback. Okay, I had to light stuff up once again. Things were getting a tad bit cold, and it's time to warm things up, right? I mean, the sun has been on overheat recently. The battles on the battlefield have been on overheat recently, and you actually called it right. We have got some important battles today. We're starting off the day with a series that is going to probably make or break it for one of these two teams. I think the winner gets to stay. We're talking about Legends as well as VİZUALZ Carry. You know, the winner obviously has a higher chance of making it into the playoffs, Warden, where you are going to earn a tad bit more money.
Oh yeah, truly. I mean, we're looking at Legends up against Visual Scary, and right after that as well, it's going to be our blockbuster match, which is prominently somewhat of a foreshadowing of how it has been going in regards to the grand finals. We got the Red Rebellion up against ALUla, and right after that as well, it's going to be a bit of a fight between AMG.NL up against Dovik and Oblivion, which is obviously our, wouldn't say the worst teams out there, but definitely at the bottom out of the board.
Yeah, I think they're definitely one of the better ones in the whole of the Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines region. But of course, here up against these other squads, they haven't really been able to make the cut, right? I'm talking about mechanical skills, the quality on, the battlefield, as well as their rotations haven't really been the strongest so far. They've been getting beaten down, but we've seen many teams get beaten down in the past, and they've also set up their own career, slowly climbing season after season. I would love to see the same for them as well. I don't think that we are going to count out the final series of the day, because it's definitely going to be one where either one of them can make a statement. But of course, looking at the tournament schedule, we started off with the qualifier stage from the 4th down to the 8th of July, and then we completed week 1 of our round robin stage last week. This week we have got 2 more days to go, today as well as tomorrow, and after that it's the playoffs, baby, at the start of August.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. I mean, it's a pretty compact schedule that we're going to be having here. Only 2 days worth of playoffs. Last 2 days, I mean, time flies by here in this Garena Masters XI, man.
I mean, no doubt at all, obviously. But of course, the tournament roadmap, we started off with 130 teams. Like I said, it was not a easy journey for Dovik and Oblivion as well as AMG. But at the end of the day, even though they are some of the best out of the 130 here, up against the rest of the 5 squads, they haven't really been able to cut it. Now we're going to slice it down even smaller, right? At the playoffs, there's only 4 spots available, and obviously it's not going to be easy to rise up. Rivals Esports, ALUla, like you said, Elevate, I think they've already booked their ticket. The one more ticket that's available is up for grabs between Legends as well as Visual Scary. Does it make a difference if you make it into the playoffs or not? Absolutely, right? Because if you take a look down here, it's $1,500 for the teams that are in the bottom 3, but as long as you make it into the playoffs, you are guaranteed a minimum of 2,500 USD.
That's a lot. So much money, a pretty boastful prize pool that we've been having, and ever since the jump that we've had from the last season Garena Masters XI, I mean, these players overall that has been able to make it from the qualifiers leading up to the group stage has been getting a lot of moolah. As we take a look at the participating teams here, AJ, we got Dovik and Oblivion, Visual Scary, AMG.NL, Legends, Rival Esports, ALUla Club, and the one and only Red Rebellion Elevate.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been very disappointed with Elevate and their performance recently. Man, my best player, the player that I love the most, has not been playing, Olea. He's literally the best one on the side of Elevate. So until he plays, I don't think I'm going to be supporting them. But yeah, the run for the squad has been pretty interesting, right? They haven't really been on a clean streak all the way. They've had that 1 match loss so far. Thank you very much, production. And if you look at the round robin stage standings, they're not really the top squad. At the moment, it's Rival Esports sitting down at the very top.
Yeah, but come again, those they do have a 2 series match loss as well. I mean, 2 match loss rather. And ALUla Club, they are at the flawless run here so far. I mean, if my projection does persist to come through, I feel like it's still going to be ALUla Club on the #1 seed. Elevate, since they have beaten the squad of Rival Esports during the last week's run for the round robin stage, they should be able to overtake the round. I mean, it's seeding #2 as well in Rival Esports. Where should they be for the longest run rather in the competition here for MSP? They should be on the 3rd spot, but hey, we'll see about it. One thing that could definitely differ the seeding is going to be the match that we're going to be having on the 2nd series for today. Come again, the ALUla Club up against Elevate matchup, man. I'm pretty excited for that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely right. And that we perhaps get to see a little bit of a preview as to how the grand finals might be. Like you said, Elevate dropping those 2 games. I don't think those were their worst games, but I also felt like they weren't going all out just yet, right? Usually they do keep something left in the tank for themselves for the playoffs, so fingers crossed that's exact. Or maybe they're just waiting to unleash a layer on the battlefield before they can get some perfect wins.
could be the case. I mean, it's not the first, not the first that we've seen a squad of Elevate just all of a sudden they start losing the group stage, people calling them wash. Where's the 2024 world champions that we were able to witness? And then all of a sudden, once the playoffs comes through and where it matters the most, they're just like, hey, hello, goodbye.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what we're looking forward to seeing out here today as well. You're looking at one of the best teams be born out of the Philippines in Elevate. And I feel like they kind of know how to dance around their opponents. Playing this game is really like second nature to them as of this point. You need something really special to take them down, which is why I was a little bit shocked with those two match losses, but two map losses. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. They're still in a great running to make it into the playoffs. But so although I am very interested in how the ALUla as well as the Elevate match ends, I'm more interested in the battle between Legends as well as VİZUALZ Carry. Because again, tomorrow, I think it is going to be the team of Legends. Let me just double check. Yeah, so tomorrow, Elevate takes on Legends, right? So yeah, Legends probably will need a miracle to beat down Elevate. So let's assume they take the L there, which means today they cannot miss this opportunity. They have to beat down VİZUALZ Carry. And if VİZUALZ Carry does not beat down Legends today, they are obviously going to be left too far behind on the overall leaderboard on the series points, and they're not going to be making it into the playoffs. So this is a crucial matchup for both of these squads.
Yeah, I mean, as much as like the blockbuster match should be elevated in ALUla Club, the most important one there is in regards to the impact on who's going to make it to the playoffs is definitely going to be Legends up against VİZUALZ Carry. I mean, they're fighting for the last and final ticket. I feel like Rival solidified, ALUla Club, Elevate. So hey, we're starting off with that matchup here. It is going to be the Legends up against VİZUALZ Carry. We head straight towards a map. Oh, what do we have here for hardpoint? Give it to us, production. Is it going to be CKBs, long distance? I don't even know.
I've actually been watching this behind the scenes, and I was just so tickled by how this map pick video has been shown on broadcast. I think it's definitely a little bit of an anticipation builder. But of course, Hacienda is where we're going to be battling as we start things off. This, is a great place, obviously, if you want some high-octane action.
I mean, a lot of history has happened here in this map of Hacienda. World Championship ending off in this map. We've had the regionals as well. I mean, there's no room for excuses here at this point. I mean, well, fortunate enough that we're going to be having here for this series is that both of these teams, they have well over a lot of experiences out of this map. So it's just all going to come down to how much work have they been able to put up here on the drawing board at the back end. And again, you don't want to miss your shot here if you're on the side of Legends or VİZUALZ Carry. This is your most important matchup here that could really solidify your ticket for the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously the blockbuster ticket match, like you said, that's going to be series number 2. That's Elevate versus ALUla. But the first one is going to be the decider as to who makes it into the playoffs. And we start off on the map that basically calls for a lot of high octane action at the very start in itself. This P1 at Mana. This is where you really get to pick up a ton of eliminations. But if you play your tacticals right, if you play those smokes right, perhaps you can just sneak away some extra points. That second floor is going to be equally as important.
Yeah, let's get it on, man. I mean, topside control is going to be very important here for each end, especially having an SKS as well like Rex. You see, if he's able to find a means to get those force screens going on, maybe till then retain the hall side here coming from close to no pit alongside the gunfights here from just inside of the hill. Maybe till then you can rack up points just like how VİZUALZ Carry is doing it right now. I mean, they're on the lead here, 25 points for them.
Yeah, beautiful start here for VİZUALZ Carry. But the hill, nobody's on it. VİZUALZ Carry says, we are on the job. Mustachio hopping on in. Van Loo tries to sneak it away. And look at Pickle, already streaked up, already. That Freddy should be able to help them out NP2 as Legends picks up at least some of those scrap points off of P1.
Yeah, nicely done here for the set of Legends. A bit of recovery here and there, though. But unfortunately for them, they're going to be scary here right from the front of this hillside. There's going to be a 3-man push here for the set of Legends. As the hardpoint's going to be opening up here. VİZUALZ Carry. They're going to be finding themselves here on the front foot. Big man fights here from the back side. Kills after kills, and so far, VİZUALZ Carry good for the initial time.
Yeah, fantastic secure of the spawn off of statues. Beautiful grenade plays, but they will lose their gunfight as Legends finally wakes up. They do have 2 more opponents to shut down, and Mamra says, hell no, not happening just yet. Switchblade in hand, pops off, but the vehicle takes him down. Jamin hops on right back in. Legends holding on for their dear lives here, and they're keeping up with VİZUALZ.
Yeah, battle trades here. Again, Floss gonna be out here for the side of Pickle. Sprays on by. Not able to find anyone there from the back, but the front comes through. Able to get one on the feet as well. Mamra, good on a forward spray. VİZUALZ Carry definitely finding value out of their operators.
Yeah, beautiful. But then now the spawn's being taken over. Plays from the side of Legend, spotting out of statues. The backstab could give them just some scraps here. Again, they're just eating scraps of whatever VİZUALZ carries leaving, and even the scraps this time denied by player 3, the one and only Sebio, who was waiting for those players to step on up. Legends, on the other hand, already on rotation for P3. Warehouse on lockdown, but they're again failing on their gunfights. Those concussors will find them. Smoke's all laid out already, and it's VİZUALZ carry once again on the hill.
Yeah, Legends definitely have a pretty competitive game here on their hands. Most from the top side. War Machine, can he find a value out of it? Pickle's going to be down the outer lane. Mommer's going to be playing on the 10 side, but he can't find any connection out of his War Machine. Disaster comes true, and now it's going to be VİZUALZ carry's turn. Rex with his own War Machine looking to pave the way for the squad. Sparrow's going to be out for Chroma. VİZUALZ carry on a roll.
Yeah, they just can't get anywhere. Oh, Chroma with one small mistake off of the Sparrow. But Rex is on the hill, and he slays the ball. Not dropping the ball just yet. As the players on the side of VİZUALZ carry lock down P3 once again. Can they deny the scraps off of Legends? They've managed to pick that off of P1. Some points off of P2. Absolutely denied. And it looks like P3 gives them nothing. Preddy finally comes out. The setup for P4. And look at who's there. It's VİZUALZ carry once again.
That's going to be an important time here for Legends to try to fight this one through. Rex from the back able to deny David away. But if you take a look at the top side of your feed here, 4 operators going to be available here for the set of Legends. Valor leads the way. That machine's going to be out. A claw will come through as well from the set of MJ. They try to sweep down the players. They find the double. Can they push back the players of VİZUALZ carry?
Well, finally, the operator investment giving Manlu a little bit of time, but that's all they get to sneak off of VİZUALZ carry. They just waited, bided their time, waiting for all of those revives to come on through, and they hop on back in, but it is yet another operator. This time, Ginch is the one that hops on in, slaying player after player, and he overextends as well, looking for the players on the side of VİZUALZ carry as Legends tries to make their way back in here. Hunter Killer Drone sent on in. Wall get taken out of the equation here. MJ on a slay as he continues to pick up 3 eliminations back to back, and VİZUALZ carry just finding it a tad bit difficult to break the spirits of Legends when they've got the operators on their side.
Yeah, a bit of a late break from the side of VİZUALZ carry, but hey, not bad of a time from the side of the Legends. But if they can do that for the next few hills, maybe till then, we can have a bit more of a closer fight. We go back to a reset here, back to P1. It's going to be an 83-point lead here for the set of VİZUALZ carry, and now it's going to be Pickle's turn here to whip out his own operator as the clock comes to shove. He finds himself a double, looking to get a triple, hails down, drops down, swan dive, 3-3 for Pickle.
On the reset of the hard point here, it looks like Legends without those operators are going to struggle up against VİZUALZ carry. And it's a tad bit scarier when it's VİZUALZ with those operators. Here comes Sebio, Death Machine in hand, looking for those players. And on top side, he will be able to continuously slay, keeping the players on the side of Legends off of the hill for the time being at least. War Machine on the opposite end, Rex taken out, and that's a big play from Legends.
Yeah, nicely done as well here. For them, a bit of contention, but you've got to be worried. You've got to be cautious about SKAERI as well. They're not really fully investing themselves inside of the hill, but rightfully they do still take the time right back. And now Chroma has an EMP system to work with as well as P2 comes to shove. As we get to see the rotation now, Rex beats it from the back side. It's going to be double man push here for the set of Legends as well. But with that being said, game's chaotic as ever. VİZUALZ on the lead, Legends on the trail. I'm dying to hear what the communication is looking like here for both of these scenes.
White lang, tsaka driveway, white driveway.
Driveway na.
Driveway isa pa.
Di ako white, ako white. Uy,
Yan lang.
Driveway ako.
White na, white. Patay
Dead
white.
white.
White ako.
Driveway ako.
Dead driveway.
White.
Driveway pa.
Red, white, driveway.
Tatlo lion nag-spawn. Tatlo. Lion pa. Driveway lang sila.
Pati lion, bro. Nag-driveway ako. White.
This is exactly what they needed. Legends just holding on to the point for quite a little bit there, but of course taken over by VİZUALZ carry towards the very end. And this is a tiny little comeback set up by Legends, but can they bring this all the way through? Visual Scary already dangerously close to wrapping things up, but a early rotation towards that warehouse perhaps can keep Legends still in the game.
You can hear the comms here from the set of Legends, man. They feel it. They want it badly, but unfortunately, they got to step it up. Got to come out huge here when it comes to the gunfights. As we get to see now, P3's going to be opening up so far. They find himself here rightfully on the front foot. Equal is going to be out here for the set of Genshin. He extends himself out, but he can't find any value out of it. Chrome is going to be there on the 10 side, looking to get this one down, but unfortunately, he drops it. And that's going to be Visual Scary turn here to take the time here off this P3.
Oh, man. Losing out on those gunfights just not going to help Legends out. 30 seconds still on the hill. They need to make this work. Those nades tossed on in. Hunter Killer Drone on the hunt. Most taken out of the equation. Just not the right time to be dropping to those Hunter Killers. Sepio with the Death Machine trying his best to annihilate, and he will get it. But Van Loo with a fantastic slide. Looks like Legends ain't giving up just yet, but it will be Mamra that ends it with the Switchblade, ripping away the hill from the hands of Legends once again.
Yes, it's so unfortunate that the Legends can't find any breather out of this map of Vishenda. 200 points to 86. It's a bloodbath here offered by the set of Visual Scary, but hey, never over, not until the fat lady starts to sing, as we now open things up here on the feed number 4. Family posted up here on the front side, good for 2, 3, 4 on the feed for the set of Legends.
And this is what you need if you're Legends, but can you make this phenomenal comeback? Most holding the fort here. Mamra from up top alongside Rex as well. Visual Scary just waiting for their players to stack towards that Mano opening as well as the back entry. Pickle spots one, takes one down, pulls out his operator as well. Too easy with the claw for Pickles, and he just goes on a absolute perfect spray. Most, on the other hand, takes him out with a Hunter Killer Drone, but perhaps the damage is already done. Visual Scary trying their best to go in here for the break, but the number of players on the side of Legends more than enough to keep them in here, especially with the War Machine in the hands of Mose, but he gets taken out with a nade.
Nice battle for trades. Sub 15 seconds remaining. Legends, they don't want to give any time no more. It's got to come to a point where if you want to come back from this game here, Legends, they're going to play the next 3 hard points into perfection, but Sebio finds a tree spree to get the last 5 seconds as well, just to draw things down a little bit for them to try to take this win out of this map of Vishenda. We reset back to P1 out here, AJ.
Such a slow start for Legends, but now this is looking very much possible. But back into the reset. This is the 3rd rotation of hills, and they have to be scary. It is all of those operator investments that are gonna make Visual Scary so much scarier, and Van Loo just could not make his way through. Mamra, Hunter Killer Drone sent out the back, and he continues to slay. This guy is on a roll with the eliminations, and he is not taking a pause just yet. Has the Hunter Killer Drone in hand as well, but finally shut down. Legends, on the other hand, have sneaked the hill away. Perhaps they get to shut them down. It's Javen as well. And it looks like for the first time, Legends are looking a little scarier than Visual Scary themselves, Warden.
Oh, truly. A bit of recovery now here for the set of Legends. Game's not going to end here, not just yet. Go for a reset. Javen on the roll. Free spree. 2 more kills to go as well for the EMP system. Sub 10 seconds remaining. P2's now going to be opening up here soon enough, but the Legends, man, they're not backing down.
Not backing down, and that is good for the squad. Legends with a fight of their lives. What looked like it was going to be a one-sided matchup from the very get-go. Visual Scary finally held back, but this is where all things could end here for Legends if they do not move right back in and sneak the hill away. It is Visual Scary with the War Machine. Rex will open up the hill and holds on to it like a monster. Nobody able to step up anywhere close. He single-handedly shuts down 5 players, and Sepio has got the Death Machine as well. And it looks like this is where it all comes down to an end. Held to the final point. Legends not giving up. They take the hill away, holding Visual Scary to 249.
Ginch in contention. Rex hops in. Last 3 players rip away for you to get the single point now. But Legends, once again, they play the hill from the front side. Van Loo on a 3 spree. He gets the cut from the back. Oh, Legends in control.
Man, what a game. What a fight from Legends. They're still on it. And all those operators on the side of Visual Scary this time round could not keep them away from the hill. But man, towards the end, Mamra brings it to an end. He is indeed a scary monster on the side of Visual Scary.
What a game. What
a match.
Game. Oh my God.
Legends definitely earned my respect. I mean, the never say die attitude, understanding that they needed something to turn the match around, and it was a 4-man operator investment. And that gave them enough confidence because initially they were just getting slain, beaten, battered back to back. But they made that the turning point. Unfortunately for them, VİZUALZ SKAERI, this is the team that only has 3 series points so far. Legends are ahead of them on the leaderboard, and VİZUALZ SKAERI knows it well and true. They cannot afford to be defeated in the series, and they have shown perfection here in this game number 1.
But yeah, I gotta hand it out here for the Legends, man. If there was anything I could say about the Legends, that maybe they might have the strongest gunfights inside of this map, but one thing that really earned my hearts with them is the fact that they were able to just become cool and collected until the very end.
Oh, yeah.
To make the best out of the decisions, to make the most out of this map.
But of course, you gotta say the team play out of VİZUALZ SKAERI. Look at this, the number of time, the amount of time that almost all of the players have got on the hill. They really didn't care exactly who takes it, right? Everybody was hopping in and out. Everybody was on a sleigh. Pickles with the 50 eliminations, and Chroma with the 50 as well. Just slightly more, deaths on his side that took away a couple of impact points from him. But overall, these two guys were insane. And Mamra, although he does not have the most number of eliminations, the prioritization of the players as soon as he hopped on in to defend the side time and time again for VİZUALZ SKAERI, I gotta say that was just absolute gold.
I mean, the system from the side of VİZUALZ SKAERI has been enhanced quite a lot as well. Ever since your acquisition of the coach 3 more, alongside the fact that they picked up Rex as they were, I think they lost a player in the process during the transition towards this Garena Masters XI. I mean, they look to be pretty prime, man. So, hey,
yeah, boy.
I'm sure it's that scary. But now, Hardpoint, close it out. Search and Destroy is going to be up next, AJ. I'm excited for this one. These two teams on Search and Destroy, let me tell you about it. They are one of a kind when it comes to playing the game mode of Search and Destroy.
Yeah, and I feel like Legends, if they had just been beaten down 100% without ever making a comeback in this first hardpoint game, the SND, I think it would have taken the win out of them, and we could have seen a easy 2-0. But with the fact that they did show us a phenomenal fight, refusing to go down that easy, regardless of what the score was like on the board, I feel like that could have given them a tad bit extra confidence. And in Search and Destroy, you slow the pace down, right? You switch the bomb around between their hands. So perhaps they can use that advantage to their side. Perhaps they can use that extra bit of reset round after round to find a way around the crazy quick plays of VİZUALZ SKAERI that was quite difficult to deal with, right? Because at one point of time, without those operators on the side of Legends, they just could not overwhelm VİZUALZ SKAERI.
Oh yeah, and the thing about that, one thing that kind of separates them as well is not just the raw mechanical gunfights, but the efficiency coming from the operators here. VİZUALZ SKAERI, they knew where to tack it down, where to use your Tempest, the equalizers, the claws, and name it. And I feel like that was one of the biggest separation factor and why the game kind of was pretty much dominated by the players of VİZUALZ SKAERI here on this map for Shenda.
I have to agree with you 100%, man. It's the timing of the operators on the side of VİZUALZ SKAERI was just picture perfect, time and time again. Like you said, even overextending with the Tempest, it was those kinds of plays that gave them the lead as well as the dominance in this match. And of course, your match MVP, the one and only Sebio, 48 eliminations, 1.66 KDA. But I have to say, it was a team game. Overall, every single player from the side of VİZUALZ SKAERI just so impressive in this first matchup.
Yeah, Sebio, I mean, this guy is always on a man on a mission. Be it if it's Hardpoint or Search and Destroy, put him on a scope on S&D, definitely could find the end back as well. And much moreover, I mean, this guy's opera usage, absolutely perfect as well. I mean, hands down, that's your man Sebio from the side of SKAERI.
Oh yeah, I mean, he had 1 minute 45 seconds on the hill. Like I said, it was a team game, but he definitely spent the most time on those hard points, stealing away those points, making sure he was taking the biggest of risks for the squad. And he still walked away with 48 eliminations. Can you believe that? And he had lesser deaths compared to Chroma as well as Pickle. Very impressive if you are the main hardpoint player. If you're the objective player and you're falling less than your front runners, I think you've got some skills. And I think he played his tacticals really well, right? Just smoking out the area before hopping on into those hills. And of course, the backup from the rest of his team members as well kept him alive for a great deal of time.
Oh, truly. I mean, you know, just looking at the squads of VİZUALZ SKAERI, they haven't pretty decorated. Their core players has always been around as well, and they've enhanced it with, you know, your man Rex here. Now, come again. We draw back to the second game mode here. Honestly, same projection for you. Drawing back to what you said, I feel like if, in some way, if the Legends was able to win this hardpoint game, they could have gotten a quick 2-0. But since they dropped the hardpoint run up against SKAERI, I feel like this is the perfect time here for the set of Legends to really prove themselves in regards to experience. If there was anything that hasn't really changed in regards to the meta, Search and Destroy is one of them. You know, we just have to play better fundamentals, better trades. Your gunfights, I mean, it has to be good, obviously, but then again, you know, with the competition here for a set of Legends, I feel like they have that experience to, you know, set those trades up properly and maybe use their numbers to their advantage instead.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you look at Search and Destroy, it's always about the snipers. It's the snipers that gets the opening frags. It's the snipers that make sure the numbers of the gameplay of numbers gets to be at a mismatch from the very get-go, right? So the team with a better sniper obviously has got the bigger advantage in this matchup. Who is that in your eyes, Warden?
I mean, hey, for the set of Legends, that is going to be most for you rocking the scopes. But you know, if it was ever about most that I could change about him and the snipes, I would need him to be just a bit more involved when it comes to finding those entries. You know, I think yesterday's run with the Legends, I always found him as the last man alive. And I feel like that shouldn't be your job as a sniper. Your job is should be able to find leeways, create those payments for your squad. And well, for the side of VİZUALZ SKAERI, I mean, they've had this identity crisis as well in regards to who will be the sniper. Because ever since Rex joined the squad, in Rex's previous team, he was a sniper. But VİZUALZ SKAERI, they've had this always prominent sniper named Sebio. So let's see if ever they can patch up those, you know, nooks and crannies here for their own squads.
All right, let's see exactly where we go in here for the S&D. Give me a good old fire. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. No.
It feels like I have been transported way back in time. It's time for some meltdown. I hope the team that loses this does not go on a meltdown. VİZUALZ SKAERI already with a fantastic victory, but I want to see a game number 3 in this matchup of death between the two. The losers will not make it to the playoffs, probably. The winners will most probably get there. Who's it gonna be between the two? Can we see a reversal coming through from Legends?
Okay, I know we talked about snipers here, AJ, but since we're not going to be heading straight to no Tunisia and no firing range, it's a map of meltdown, which prominently I feel like is predominated by shotguns as well.
Yes.
So, hey, we'll see about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the snipers do shine here, but you're absolutely right. It's those CQCs that make the biggest of differences, right? Those opening frags are going to be lethal. Obviously, we've seen teams who are so much more proficient. I mean, I retired from CODM a couple of years ago. I'm right back in. And the main point now is everybody plays their trophies really, really well. It's so rare to see a grenade knock down a player in the earlier parts of these S&Ds. But of course, we can't write that off just yet. Get with the switchblade. Trying to spot out those players, and on the opposite end, VİZUALZ SKAERI just a little later into the site here, and this is going to try to play it slow. Sebio, Locust in hand, just looking for an opponent. Might be able to find Mose from the opposite end. And a brilliant shutdown after Mose did take one player away from his side.
Battle's able to get the trade as well, finds Pickle away. Numbers advantage now here for the set of Legends. Off the retake from the back. Again! Double again! Wow!
That's how you make a comeback, baby. The SKS, the flick, just a tad bit too slow. Two players with the entry. If you want to say the defense was slow, the attack was so much more faster, swift with the entry, and they made sure they got that part sorted out. And now Legends with 1.2 their side. Mose this time looking for yet another shutdown from the opposite end, and it looks like he will be able to find Sebio yet again. 2 rounds in a row. It's Mose winning that sniper battle.
No, let's see it. Now Monarch's gonna go for this entry as well. Here finds the first pop, but no, hit marker comes through. 35 seconds for the clock now. Pickle finds the pick as well. Mose gonna be down on the mid map, looking to put himself involved. But Pickle good for 2 now. The retake comes to shove. It's Rex and Pickle here for the set of VİZUALZ SKAERI. Crossfire's gonna be good, but Genshin's gonna take him down. Valor takes up the challenge as well. Misleads. Now it's gonna be a 2v1 situation. MJ all alone taps out the bomb, baits him out, finds the first frag, but Pickle will be good for a 4 feed on this round, and we'll get a defusal as well. We'll be serving the first round here for the set of VİZUALZ SKAERI.
Man, Pickles. Did he just ace the squad out? I think he did, man. What a play from him so far. Brilliant on the drop. And that was just untouchable. Pickles just got kind of lucky there on the initial entry. 2 players just facing away from him. And he just got open frags just like that. But after that, it was just all about slowing down the pace, making sure that Switchblade hits hard. Pickles once again, this time being spotted out early, quickly reposition, trying to bait out the players on the side of Legends. Go in for a quick plant.
Yeah, bombs planted once again as we go. Double man push here from the front side. Triple man push can happen here on the side lane. The nade from Pickle! Oh my god! Vanlu, David out. Ginch on the mid map goal, fight to double as well. But Marmer's able to get the trade. Mo's gonna be all alone now here for the set of Legends. He's able to find the first, but the trade comes to shove. And Mamra and Rex will be tough to close it out. VİZUALZ carrier will be on the lead. What the hell is happening, bro?
How? How do you get that one? But unfortunately, Legends, they just got blasted away. Double nade, just unexpected in that situation. Yeah, you wipe your tears away, baby. It was a rough round for sure for Legends. VİZUALZ carry quickly overwhelming them. And I was just talking about those grenades earlier. But of course, the opening trophies are prioritized. Nobody expects those late game grenades. Well, you have to expect them up against VİZUALZ carry.
Another A push here for the set of Legends. Nade. I mean, bomb's gonna get planted here for the set of MJ. And just
nicely done.
Vanlu. Perfect decision. Follows it up with a double as well. Oh my god, Vanlu in overdrive.
Yeah, you gotta play your concuss perfectly, and that's exactly what Vanlu did. The follow-up, though, I think he just bought himself a tad bit too much of time. Could have been punished in that situation, but his mechanical skills giving him the advantage. Mamra is gonna get shut down. Most just pulls out the melee in that situation. Gets traded out by Sebio. Sebio makes that 1-2. MJ not gonna get caught out by Chroma this time around. As expected, the SND pacing is so much more comfortable for the side of Legends.
Yeah, it's back and forth here. Unlike the hardpoint game where pretty much the first few hardpoints went into the set of VİZUALZ carry predominantly, and it only took the late game for the set of Legends to put themselves back on track on the podium. Now get to see round number 5 is going to be opening up. Looks to be another A hit here, but they sent out 2 players on the mid map here, AJ.
Absolutely, Vanlu hopping on in together with the rest of his buddies. Sebio not caught out in that situation at all. Quickly backing away, but can he get sandwiched in? Grenade avoided by Vanlu. Sebio caught out potentially, but a quick slide out will keep him away from danger. Vanlu does not catch him just yet, but he has to play this one safe. They're outnumbered, and Chroma makes the numbers a tad bit worse here for Legends.
Finds most out. Vanlu, Ginch, you're trying to play for their lives. Rex gets one tagged up. Pickle's gonna be right around as well. The nade connect for Pickle. Oh my god. I don't know what's up with nades with Pickle, but this guy's pretty, might be a good student with geometry back in high school.
I mean, Pickle, the big brain play, he just picked up a 2Z there in the final parts of that round. One with a grenade, one with the switchblade. That's not luck. That was just pure skills, just pure outplay from Pickles. 9 eliminations so far on his side. And the guy is on a roll.
Oh.
Can he get more, though?
Legend, though, just running it down. Yep,
This
double
time
spray
shut
for a
down.
set of Ginch. Yeah, too early. But now Rex is going to be finding himself all alone. Bomb's going to get planted. Most from the cut. Up Boiler. Puts him down. Hey, back and forth once again.
Again, back and forth we go like a pendulum. They be swinging. But the question is, when will we see Legends take the lead here in a confident manner, in a dominating manner up against VİZUALZ carry? They cannot lose this S&D matchup. They have to take a lot of advantages, especially with the fact that they've got the bomb on their side. And they're running out of time, running out of rounds. 3 of the defending rounds taken away by VİZUALZ carry already. SKS hasn't really been hitting well for the side of Rex, but it's okay. He's putting a lot of pressures on the side of Legends.
As we go. Ginch finds the first. Vanlu finds Mamra away as well. Sebio from afar. Needs to find a value out of this. Shot misses. Just gonna be Ginch on the right side. David on the left as well. It's now gonna be Rex all alone. And Legends, they find themselves here on the lead. I mean, hey man, game's hot once again. Now the Legends are gonna be on the lead. VİZUALZ carry put to a stopper to this. It's gonna be the last and final round before it switches sides. But before that though, let's take a quick listen to the communications here for both of these teams.
Yeah, awfully quiet.
Enemy has dropped the bomb.
I mean, that was the most hilarious team comps. Both teams absolutely locked in. You got that shows absolute respect for each other, right? Not monkeying around. Everybody's locked in, and they understand.
Telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy, man. I mean, they obviously have got all of these plays mapped out, you know, like the back of their hands. They just run it on in there, doing their own thing. No comms needed. And we're 3 for 3. I think this is where things get a tad bit dicey. Can Legends bring us to 5-round wins with Sebio getting that win against Jabe, and Van Loo quickly trades him out, keeping the numbers all equal.
Different situation now. 40 seconds left on the clock. The bomb's gonna be dropped there on the A side. Look at what Mommer's at though, but Most sees him. Close to trigger, but couldn't meet the connection. Goes at the stun as well. And Mommer's gonna double post up this one. Fallon's able to survive. Finds the first. Fallon's there for the trade. That's a 1v1 situation. I don't think he knows where Chroma's gonna be at. He's gonna take the wrap here from the backside. Gonna pick up the bomb as well. I think Chroma has been able to see the bomb, so once he picks one up and tries to go for the plant, it should bait out Van Loo, but he's gonna be on the heady. 14 seconds left on the clock. Do you play for time? Do you want to take up the chow here? It's all mind games here for Chroma, but Van Loo might go for a commitment for the bomb plant. Has to go. Chroma slides through off the heady. He wins it. Chroma serves this round to get the game tied up here between Visual Scary and the Legends.
Yeah, the discipline by Chroma and the confidence to take the fight right up after the bomb was planted. And he obviously played the timing well. He knew he had the advantage, and he just waited to get that sound cue right after the bomb planted. Just went out for the attack, and the shots just a tad bit sharper on his side. And again, we are all equal, Warden.
Oh, truly. Now, it's going to be a second round, second half rather. First round opening up. It's going to be scary. You're playing a blitz source of B-side. Pickle. Van Loo, Dinch out. Jabin as well. But Most and Jabin will be able to find Pickle and Rex. Boss going to get planted in the process so quickly, but instead of Chroma. But as they go mid-map push, we'll get denied here, but instead of MJ. Seven's still going to be on the lurk. MJ can't find the last bullets to connect. Enough time for the set of 7 to get the recovery as well. And now pitch to be offered here from the side of Chroma. Off the heady. He might be able to win it, and he absolutely does. Most all alone, and from the back, Mommer shuts him down.
What a backup here from the players on the side of Visual Scary. At that point, the comms obviously would have been tight from their side, calling for a little bit of backup. He knew that MJ was going to be a tad bit of a dangerous player in that situation, and they play the game of numbers up against them perfectly. Now Legends falling behind as they play defense up against Visual Scary. The opener needs to be strong here for the snipers. But they lose MJ. Chroma with the switchblade sorts him out, and Mamra finds Van Loo as well from afar. Ginch with one quick trade back. Pickle with the dangerous barrier hideaway, and he gets the numbers still strong on the side of Visual Scary.
Oh, what a shot from side of Most. Takes away Pickle now. The retake needs to come to shut down the A side. Again, trying to work for it, but he can't find the final bullet to connect to shut down Chroma. And once again, Most gonna be all alone in a 1v3. Time's depleted. The part but finds Rex. One kill though, one cut the chase. Still needs to go for the defusal now. And Chroma will be the first line of defense, but finds the hit marker and will be able to confirm the shot. Player 3 Seb is not going to be right around. He can stick the defusal. He might be able to get it. He might be able to get it. Oh, no!
Pros don't fake. He should have faked. I mean, that was unfortunate. I mean, he had to go for the play. Almost pulled it off. Great defense. A little bit of a panic play there. Visual Scary still keeping the lead to their side, not allowing Legends to catch up. But man, what a play from Most.
Oof, my heart's pounding, man. Oof, what are these plays? So much heroic plays coming through from each end. Inch, man. Look at this guy. 11 kills already, by the way. 10% of Most. And the nade from Amra. Oh, Jabin, how does that happen?
Yeah, we talked about those trophies, man. The trophies usually played very early game, and Jabin just didn't defend himself in that situation. It popped. Beautiful stuff from the side of Visual Scary. Once again, Chroma surrounding the bomb around. And they're going to go here for a
Bomb's
plant.
been planted.
Let's see what they pull off here. All the players stacked at 2. Mamra shuts down most. Now the sniper out of the equation already from the side of Legends. MJ, with a tad bit of help left on him. Van Loo. He could have gone there for the clutch, but MJ will not have enough on him.
For the next round.
And Visual Scary will slowly but surely pull away from Legends.
Yeah, nicely done here. Side of
Defend the objective.
them. To go now 7-4. This is looking to be a bit more disastrous for the side of Legends. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here, but at the same time, you can't discredit the place of Visual Scare. They want this one badly as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, the advantage was definitely there for Legends with the bomb in their hands. They lost too many of those defending rounds. Now they need to find a way to punish Visual Scary. Well, they understand the bomb is going to be routed towards the opposite end this time around, and they've stacked their players up already towards those generators. It's not going in for the attack just yet. Backstep from MJ. Not gonna find Chroma. It's the opposite. Chroma with the Punisher. Now all of the players stacked on the front. Mo still with the Locust. Looking for one, but Rex punishes. And this might be the game here for Legends. There's no way you get this round through Jabin.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Uh-oh. Match point advantage for the side of Visual Scary.
Yeah.
One last round. One last freaking round for the side of Visual Scary to pretty much solidify themselves for the playoff. This is their biggest threat for the last and final slot. They're only one round away, AJ.
Oh, indeed. Match point. And they find the finisher. Legends, we saw the fight in them, but MJ needs to step up. His nades have not been hitting perfectly. Van Loo finds one. Jabin backing away. Wrong timing there. Most finds Sebio. Traded out by Mamra with the secondary. Rex in a 1v2, and I don't think he wants to go all out in that situation. Smart back away here for Rex. The numbers all equal on both sides. Mamra still needing to route the bomb around, and he is going to bring it over to where it's that A site. And it's going to be sitting in 2 for the quick plant, whilst the rest of his team members actually holds down the sites, looking to see who steps out of the generator area.
Oh. Coming through. Able to wrap around here so deeply as well. I don't think anyone's going to be expecting this sort of Visual Scary, but at the same time, does he see Pickle on the corner? I don't think he's going to do. 30 seconds left on the clock. Jabin finds Rex as well. Mamra, Pickle. Last final lifeline here to deny the clutch to happen, to deny another round, another chance for the side of Legends, but they gotta move in quick. You got 18 seconds left to play for. They're checking and cutting every corner meticulously. But Mamra,
oh my God,
gets the first valid for the trade. Now it's gonna be player 1. Oh, Pickle will get denied. The Legends, they stay alive.
Oh, thank God. That was a clutch indeed. 1 second left on the clock. They get the defusal and they get the round win. Legends hanging on for their dear lives. But Mamra, what the hell was that? The scary shotgun plays just takes him barely a fraction of a second to pull control of that situation. But still, Visual Scary. Scary indeed on match point. They sit, and Legends, they have got a lot of work ahead of them.
3 rounds to force an overtime, but they got to deal with another bomb plant here on this B side. A big 1v1 fight that could happen on the boiler side as well. Retake comes to shop. It's a 5v4 situation as Jabin finds Pickle away.
Beautiful opener by Jabin this time around. As they quickly circle around, looking for the players. Spots one, gives away information. Most needs to make the most out of this situation. Mamra looking for the Punisher, and Most does make the most out of it. Takes rest out of the equation, but Mamra with the Punisher from afar. MJ will be shut down. No defusal for you. I guess that was a tad bit premature, and Sebio finds Jabin. Van Loo shut down, and Visual Scary won't bring the series to an end 2-0.
Yeah, GG's well played and valiant efforts from the side of Legends, but at the end, when it matters the most, when it comes down to getting those closeouts on those crucial rounds, it will be your players from the side of Visual Scary that will be able to serve it rightfully well.
This was a fantastic game between the two squads. Valiant effort from Legends, but Visual Scary were just too good. The shots were too sharp. and there was barely any flaws in their plays at all. Initially, of course, it was swinging back and forth, and we did talk about the momentum carried forth from a little bit of a potential comeback in hardpoint for Legends to play its effect here in Game 2 S&D, and it did. But I think towards the end, they ran out of gas.
Yeah. And, you know, a bit of hurting here and there when it comes to gunfights. You know, MJ wasn't really feeling it inside of this meltdown. Kind of had a meltdown for sure, but hey, then again, it's all okay.
Yeah, it was a fair fight, man. Rex wasn't really hitting great shots out there as well. And I think the rest of the players, they were quite equal. You just see it being a couple of eliminations in terms of difference between Pickle as well as Most, Van Loo as well as Mamara. I think Legends really kept up with them, but it was just those initial decision-making that I saw the side of Visual Scary just make so much better from the side of Legends. Their defense as well as their offense was perfect. The timing to attack for those defusals, brilliant. And Legends, they just had to look for some clutch plays, which were fantastic. But obviously, you can't go for those kinds of plays round after round. You got to secure those numbers in the initial phase of things first. And obviously, Visual Scary so much better at that.
I guess truly. And yeah, at the same time as well, I mean, yes, the scoreline was 9-5, but if you was to decipher as well how most of the rounds played out, it was a 2v1, it was a 3v2, you know. But the bulk of the trades was just a tad bit better for the side of Visual Scary, hence why they were able to pull away.
And Pickle, this monster, this crazy guy with the nades, as well as the switchblade, you gotta fear him for sure if he's one of your opponents. He's just got those nades lined up so perfectly round after round. Unless, of course, he gets caught off by Van Loo in one of those off moments with the concuss, which was perfect in terms of a play for Van Loo. But those were just mainly highlight rounds for these players on the side of Legends. It was mostly a dominant run from Visual Scary. Sebio versus Most, on the other hand, I feel like both the snipers showed up strong in this game.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, we asked for it before this initial map itself, and well, they were able to serve it rightfully as well. I mean, but hey, at the same time, in this map of Meltdown, you do favor those SMGs, but you know, if we were talking about Pickle alongside Mom right here, gotta talk about my guy Gensh as well. I mean, this guy was able to slay it out, 11 kills at this round number 10, and he was able to provide a lot more as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The HS04, 05. So, man, I mean, when you've got shots like that off of the players from Visual Scary, there's just no containing them. 15 eliminations, 1.67 KDA. Mamara, a well-deserved MVP title for him this time round, as Visual Scary stomped down Legends in the 2-0 victory they took over them.
Nicely done. I mean, you got the classics, Mamara, Pickle, Sebio. 1.67 KDA. You can't ask for more here from a set of Visual Scary. Well, with that being said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are tuning in, that will be our first series said and done. And yeah, I mean, for the set of Visual Scary, their keys to victory now, especially leading to the playoffs, is that their next few matches, all they got to do is just try to not get absolutely get dominated, to have this true safety net that they are going to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but of course, at the end of the day, if you look at how Visual Scary has played this, yes, it's a fantastic victory for them here, but they're still not the scariest team in the playoffs just yet, right? And Pickles, the series MVP, amen indeed. This guy was a monster, be it in hardpoint or S&D. 65 eliminations in total, 1.55 KDA. Those nades, man, those grenades in S&D, the timing, the lineups, the follow-ups were all perfect for Pickle.
The nades, I mean, we put them down in regards to hardpoint as well. He was able to serve respectfully well when it comes down to his operators, rotations, always found himself involved inside of the hardpoint, and well, just a fantastic team player overall.
Absolutely beautiful in terms of a visual here from the Scary squad. And this is what you need. If it is your survival play, we got to see you fight for your lives. They did that. They were held back a little bit, just a tad bit from Legends. And that was just pure adrenaline play on the side of Legends. We didn't really see magic from that squad, right? But magic was definitely seen on the side of Visuals, be it that hardpoint matchup where they showed us the operator perfection in terms of timing, in terms of investments. Everything was great for Visual Scary. And in terms of S&D, just always focusing on the game of numbers first before routing their objective around. And even when they wanted to route the bomb around to either the A or B bomb site, they always made that after getting the initial information off of Legends first, understanding where the numbers are, where they can play that safe plant, and they executed the follow-ups on that perfectly. And with that, Visual Scary, they'll climb up with 6 series points in total. Tomorrow, Legends will face off against a very scary opponent in the name of Elevate. That is going to be a tough one for them. Visual Scary, on the other hand, they'll take on DVK Oblivion.
Oh, yeah, truly. I mean, for the longest time, Visual Scary, they were always on the 5th seed, not until they met the Squad of Legends to beat them down here. For Squad of Legends, I mean, if they do find a means to take a map or two up against Elevate, maybe till then, we could probably put them on a tiebreaker run up against Visual Scary leading up to the end of this round robin group stage. But that's for us to find out soon enough if it ever does come to shove. But whew, what a nice opener that we have here for today's broadcast, man. I mean, that was one hell of a fight. To be honest, I was hoping for a long distance run, but then again, each and every map from Hacienda leading up to the meltdown, it was pretty entertaining here for both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams went all out. Credits to Legends as well. I think they gave it their best. They tried their best. We just kept seeing better plays from Visual Scary round after round. We acknowledged that both on Hardpoint as well as Search and Destroy. We couldn't go into control. We couldn't see that force come out of Legends. And now Legends has got a deadly game ahead of them tomorrow. Obviously, that's going to be a really rough one for them. And if you look at the overall series point for the leaderboard, the potential of Visual Scary taking the win over Dovahkiin Oblivion is fairly high, right? Dovahkiin really hasn't been the scariest team out there, unlike Visual Scary, pun intended. So we kind of know exactly what that playoffs is going to look like already, but still, I'm not expecting any teams to give up. Yes, you've got your final day of play. Yes, you have got no way to make it through the playoffs, but you have to use all of these opportunities to your best possibility and try to get as many good names, as many good plays off of that so that you can make a good name for yourself before you make the exit from the competition. We're going to be taking a quick short break. When we come back, it's going to be the series that you guys are all looking forward to. ALUla takes on Elevate.
Hello guys, welcome back to the continuation of the round robin group stage here of day number 6. And as we go, it is I Warden here. Alongside with me is the one and only Mustache AJ, and we'll still be the commentators here for today. We are moving over towards our blockbuster match. It's going to be the one and only Red Rebellion up against the ALUla club here. So AJ, I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed with Elevate. They have not fronted Alea at all. And if Alea does not play, I'm just not a happy man. So I think this is the most important match where Alea is play. Obviously, he'll find it clutch. But, you know, jokes aside, it's very difficult to call exactly who's going to be taking the dub on this one, right? I'm expecting a game 3 out of them. I hope it's not a game where either side goes easy on each other because they've already guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, and then they wait to show us what they've got later over there. I hope they go all out against each other just to test the waters, just to see if or not they have some cheese strats that they want to test out there. They have some plays that they want to see if or not will work against their opponent so that they can, you know, execute it later on in the playoffs. And also ALUla just was in a match at CDM just a few moments ago, right? So they are fully warmed up already, Warden. But I don't know if that's going to affect them negatively, right? Because that was not an easy matchup for them as well, like against X-Rock.
Yeah, and actually leading up to just having a conversation about them both in CDM, they're not really having the best of times. You know, yeah. Both ALUla and club alongside Elevate Red Rebellion, they're struggling here and there. And well, it's a matter of, you know, finally, I don't know what's up with them. Yeah. But like, let's say Elevate can struggle against international teams sometimes, ALUla club as well. But when it comes down to going against each other, it's either can be a once in a love affair or it could be a back and forth. Yeah,
homegrown buff, bro. Okay, so that's about it. But I don't think I'm gonna take anything away from either one of them because when push comes to shove, when those big tournaments come on through, if it's gonna be World Champs time, and then you're going to see SMP rise up to the occasion. Truly. CDM or not, they're going to be whooping everybody out of their way and finding the dub for themselves, right? But so perhaps we'll leave the conversation about CDM aside for a tad bit. Obviously, everybody's excited about CDM because their prize pools are phenomenal, and the teams that they have there, absolutely phenomenal. We are almost like having exactly what we have always dreamed for Call of Duty Mobile esports out of CDM, right? But hopefully we get to see a little bit of that magic grow here once again where it all started. I feel like the excitement for Call of Duty Mobile esports started here in Garena for a good reason. And as we head on into the map bans and picks, let's see exactly where we do battle in the first opening game of Hardpoint.
Hardpoint, I mean, we have a ban of Arsenal and Summit here, so granted, I think the Arsenal ban is coming from the side of Elevate. ALUla club, they don't want to play no Summit, so we are going to be moving over to our, well, Classico Hacienda.
All right. I mean, it was exciting earlier. It will be as exciting in here for the second series as well. Obviously, it's not going to be an easy battle. That P1 is going to be a slugfest for sure, as usual. But once we start moving into the second and third hill, this is where the spawn control really comes into play. But you know, the game has been balanced out to a point where you don't really have just one spawn where it's just going to guarantee you that win on that hill, right? You still have to play your gunfights decently. You still have to conserve your operators. And this, in a matchup between two titans like this, you definitely have to time your operators well, Warden.
Oh yeah, truly. I mean, just let's talk about, you know, like the natures of each hill respectively. I mean, on the P1 top side, we're gonna talk about this close open side control alongside top office and top movies. On the Speed 2, it's got to get the rock side control, man. I mean, we've seen a lot of these teams pull away on that rock side. And well, if things comes to shove and well, it comes rightfully when it comes to gunfights as well, they could probably have an operator in the middle stage of that P2, and that is something really prominent within the squads of Elevate and ALUla. P3, I think we've seen a lot of teams as well pull away, especially when you got top patio and balcony. And well, for P4, it's just all gonna come down to, well, who can have the better team fights.
Man, I've been retired for way too long. I just used to know the Garena terms in the past. You guys have all caught up with the global terms already. I got to catch up as well. I just know statues, warehouse. Okay. We name the stuff a tad bit differently here in Garena. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's the exact same map. It's the exact same place. It's all about the timing. It's all about the dominance that you find out of these mechanical skills that your squad has. And both of these teams have got exactly what it takes to dominate out there, right? So it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to go down of the timing. A tad bit of luck as well in terms of certain situations as to who finds home first. But we are definitely going to see a ton of those tacticals thrown out, right? Whether it's going to be the concuss, whether it's going to be those smokes, these are going to be the important elements that helps these squads hold on to the hill, because you gotta find every sort of defense that is possibly available to you in this game when you're going up against such a strong opponent. And both of them have got that exact same problem. Their opponents are really strong.
You know, I gotta admit it, AJ. I mean, I've been whitewashed a little bit, but you know, when you talk to a
You've
coach
always
like
been white,
Olea,
bro.
you
White
know, Olea would just
Filipino.
say, well, bro, just win your gunfights. So hey, that's just something that we're gonna be watching out for between the
Amen.
squads as we're heading straight towards our first map here for series number 2. It's Elevate up against ALUla. We go, AJ.
Good advice. Just win your damn gunfights. Beautiful opening here by Susano. It's going to get traded out instantaneously. Nobody's on the hill just yet. Like you said, topside control first before you hop on into the hill. And it's Elevate that opens up P1 Forest.
Yeah, nice spread for them here. And, well, I mean, one big infection, once again, it's just going to be whether you can win your gunfights here right around. And so far, I mean, it looks like they're not looking to play the top side here dominantly well. I mean, they're going to send out 3 players directly inside of the hill, and that will be serving them the initial time.
Oh, beautiful play here, Jai. Those smokes laid out, but from up top, shut down by Clove. Switchblade in hand. Clove, though, on the prowl, looking to find control of top side just so that he can give ALUla the advantage. But Elevate, on the other hand, just sneaking away those points through the smoke. Clove will continue to slay. And once they find dominance on top side, they hop on in to take that point away.
Yeah, nice breeder here for the set of ALUla Club, and that's going to be Clove finally going down here after that 5 spree as they go. Now rotation comes to shove here. P2's now going to be opening up. You do have Jai here firstly, rightfully in front of the hillside here for rotation. There's going to be a bit of caught up here for Susano. Good for 2. 50-55 here as P2 opens up.
Beautiful in terms of streak here for the eliminations. Elevate ALUla, both of them. Pretty neck and neck in terms of the points, but now the smoke's laid out once again. P2 on the hole this time around at garage. It's going to be opened up with those grenades. PJ on the other hand, just on the prowl around the observation deck, looking for those players. And in the meantime, ALUla has got Lucas in on the hill, trying to get the dirty done, but Elevate will hold on to their points, and they finally will be looking to take the lead, but they are held back as ALUla tries to break this with the operators.
Yeah, the hill definition was just granted by the side of PJ there because he was holding on for the front of the back. But hey, the operator from the side of SKAERI will be able to serve this opening break as well. That's going to be ALUla Club now here, looking to get the final 20 seconds here out of this hillside. And it's going to be Elevate putting themselves rightfully inside of the hill, and they are going to be able to get the retake so quickly. Said and done. Scrap time should be good here for the set of Elevate.
Hunter-killer party right there for Elevate. You gotta respect it, man. At a level like this, they're just annihilating 3 eliminations. They get through all of that. But ALUla still with the advantage of points here, not too far away. Early rotation for both squads. It's Elevate there first to take the spawns off of Garden, and they will dominate this hill at the very start, keeping ALUla out, finding the equalizer and overtaking them with the points.
Yeah, and this is good now here for the set of Elevate. You know, you got to use this claw here to go for the extension, but unfortunately, they do drop it now on the feed. You do have the death machine here for the set of Elevate. A Sparrow here for the side of ALUla, and a Tempest will get dropped as well here so far. 50-50 team fights here inside of the hard point, but ALUla, they are still going to be on the trail.
Absolutely. Yopi finding one straggler, but will be punished by SKAERI. Back and forth we go. Elevate just running away with the points now. They've got the spawns from the Stonewell as they hop on out. It's all about the concuss and the grenade plays to take control of the hill, and they will stay in the driver's seat. ALUla, Clove could not do much with the operators as he hopped on in, gets shut down instantaneously. Elevate close to the 80 points. Finally, hill broken by ALUla, but the hold is there, and Clove will not take a pause on his strides at all as he continues to keep his team in front.
Such a monumental run here from the side of PJ along Susano, man. I mean, hey, game's somewhat predominated by the side of Elevate, the Red Rebellion. And well, Kendy's only on a 6 spree, but what can you do when your team is just laying out the competition? Now P4's going to be opening up. Good entry frag from the side of Elevate once again.
Yeah, priority on the side of Elevate here from the left-hand side. Hopping on in from the garage. They've got the operators to make good work off with as well. Kendy now overextending, not punished. Will take FTX out of the equation before he can get close enough. ALUla now trying to route their way in through top side, and they toss out those concuss first, but none of it is going to find Elevate in the smokes. It's so difficult to take hold of this situation. Finally shut down by Clove, but still held at a tie here on the hill. They break it as Clove finds Lucas in. ALUla not giving up just yet. They finally find a break on the hill with the operator in the hands of SKAERI.
Yeah, this is going to be detrimental time here for the side of ALUla as they go. And with an operator here for the side of SKAERI, this should be suffice enough as well to hold their ground here for the remaining time. But triple chop to the operator, and SKAERI's going to be able to watch them all the way as they go. Sub 10 seconds, ALUla. Good to drop the lead to right around 70.
Can he get the beautiful hunter killer? Oh my, yes he does. Gets a double for himself. SKAERI does so much for the squad in that situation. The operator perfection and ALUla almost back in it, but they need another perfect hill like that. But it's time to scramble 50-50 once again at the matter. Top side control is going to be important, and ALUla is there on the hill as they open up. But Jai all alone up on top will personally get the job done as he hops onto the point.
Your game's hot as ever. Once again, bold operators comes to shove from the side of ALUla, but it does get dropped. As they go now, here sub 35 seconds remaining off this hill time, and you get to see the players of Elevate, man. I mean, I don't know if it's just about the cycling inside of the game that kind of separates the players of Elevate up against ALUla, but one thing for sure, they're playing more objective.
Oh man, this is what we wanted to see. It is as close as it could ever be. ALUla on their way back in here. 20 seconds more, but obviously Elevate not just going to be lying there taking the beating. They're going to be hopping right back in here. Candy, PJ, Susano, Klo, everybody fighting those eliminations, and Elevate making sure it is going to be hella difficult for ALUla to catch up. SKAERI with just one elimination in that situation. Lucas in from up top, but they're all going to be denied, and it is Elevate that dominates that P1. Onto that rotation for P2 is ALUla takes a little bit of an advantage with the spawns.
Yeah, traded factor here. ALUla Lucasin has been on the trail so far, has the least amount of kills inside of this lobby, tied up with Kenny as well. Has his war machine to work with. Definitely got to step it up here if you are Lucasin, but he can't find any value out of his war machine. Only good for the first. As they go, ALUla Club on the front foot of this P2, but the spawns are not fine.
Operator this time in the hands of Klo as he steps on in the equalizer, equalizing the playing field, finding player after player. FTX finally sorts him out, but the damage has been done already. Elevate takes over this hill as they hop on into garage. ALUla will finally break it through FTX, who got the operator out of the equation first. Then now it is SKAERI on the prowl. Klo brings in his equalizer as well. ALUla tit for tat, they bring out the operators and they shut down Elevate to catch up.
Yeah, nice recovery. Operators, perfect. Gunfights, trades, immaculate. ALUla Club now sub 17% to claim to try to put themselves back here for a tied-up game up against the Red Rebellion Elevate. P3 comes to shove. Early rotation for the side of ALUla.
Oh man, this is that game, Warden, we've been waiting for, and we are not being disappointed at all. Onto the rotation into warehouse. It's ALUla that opens things up. How is Elevate going to break this? They're scrambled on the battlefield. They need to gather up, and Lucasin's going to make sure that it's still a little difficult for them. FDX, elimination after elimination, brings out the Tempest, finally gets shut down, but he already used that to perfection as Elevate finds the break on the hill, even if they were low in numbers.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive how they were able to get a momentary break there off the hill time, but it came down from the top patio push, and now it's going to be Taylor trying to pave in the way once again as the push comes to shove. 50-50 gunfights. ALUla Club, I mean, they're still getting the bulk of the time, but Elevate, they're not doing too shabby, putting themselves involved inside the hard point.
Man, when we said it was going to be close, I did not think it was going to be this close down towards the halfway point. And this is what we expected. Close once again getting a double with the hunter killer drone, and Lucasin brings out the war machine. Can he hold on all alone, but unfortunately gets denied.
Oh, game's hot. Game's tied up here. ALUla Club, Elevate. Let's tune in and dial into the communications, man.
Kasi office. Going to sila. Ay, iwan, nagklase siya. Paano tayo natin May CC sa nice boy. Harap lang yan. Wala na miss yata. Ingat, hindi ko kita miss ya. Kunin ko tubig.
Come.
Water,
Water. Termin squared. I'll open.
Let's cloud. -3.
water.
This is cloud.
Water. Mid water.
Smoke mo. Maybe to hop it is also split.
I'm low, guys. I'm low.
Alright, this it.
I'll got this. Go open. Go. I think Go.
Wait.
Inner. Equal time. Inner now.
Pito spawn.
Chest. One chest.
One pushing close FD.
Triple shot.
Cool, calm, collected with the comms, and that's exactly what we expect out of two squads filled with veterans. The ALUla, the chemistry might not be as perfect as Elevate, but they are keeping up with this dance.
Nice. recovery so far. Now only gonna be trailed for the 20 here as we go for the reset back to P1. Holding control, solidified for a set of ALUla. But the question is, though, can they win their gunfights?
Man, this is where ALUla, I expect you to wake up, but it's P1. It's 50-50 on the gunfights, and Elevate obviously just a step ahead of them with the numbers. But SKAERI is on a roll. Can he continue to carry the squad with all of those numbers? FDX needs to stand up. Jai as well as Lucas, and they need to step up with the numbers as well if they want to defeat Elevate in this situation. But PJ just not giving them any bit of action out there as he shuts down player after player. Switchblade or Tempest, it doesn't matter. ALUla finally with the break on the hill, but it will just be for a couple of seconds before Elevate once again hops on in to stop the bleeding and continue absorbing those points at P1.
It's just so madly impressive for the set of ALUla, despite the fact that Peter was able to get a force free there, still finding himself involved inside of the hard point. Jai soaking up the time as they go 208 to 174 now. Elevate, last 40 points for them to close out the deal, but they gotta worry about an early rotated squad of ALUla now here on this P2.
This is do or die time. ALUla, can you make a comeback, or is this the hill where you lose the game? Lucasin takes Glow out of the equation. Kalo out, which means there's a tad bit of an extra advantage here. FDX with the Tempest. Kendi not caught out just yet. And look at this guy hiding away. Beautiful place just to make sure he keeps the numbers advantage on the side of Elevate here. They hold on to the spawns, but FDX will snuff him out. But right behind him, the players on the side of ALUla falling one after the other. Kendi will find Jai. They're looking for the break on this hill, but ALUla not giving up just yet. They want to look for the equalizer. One more player inside, and he pulls out the death machine. Can SKAERI continue to hold on? The answer is going to be no as Elevate breaks it once again.
Nicely done. Susano out with the claw as well. This might be another fully defined sub-time here off this P2 that could sublime the time that they need to close out this game in this map of Ashenda. Two operators out here for a set of Elevate.
Woohoo! This is what we're talking about, the battle of their lives. Everybody's confused. Where was this version of these players at CDM? We told you, baby, it's all here in Garena SMP. This is where these boys show what kind of monsters they are. At CDM, they show you, yeah, we are no threat. Don't worry about us. Don't focus on us just yet. Susano, beautiful as he just holds onto the corner. Will take advantage of the players here as they try to swing towards this warehouse. At backyard, he finds dominance. Yopi shut down though. 236, just 14 more points for Elevate to close his game off. And ALUla, the fight of their lives. Glow will find that victory. Gets a double for himself as Yopi follows up with a god nade as well. Glow still not taken down. This monster, how can he be stopped? 4 more points for Elevate. And it looks like it is all over for ALUla in this hardpoint matchup, but they ain't giving up just yet.
No, not at all. Last 2 points for the set of Elevate. ALUla, can they hold their grounds? Player 2, Yopi on the front side. Yopi will try to close out the deal. Some 15 remaining for the players of ALUla. They are staying alive.
Oh man, Lucasin keeping the squad alive. Finally shut down, but nobody else there. Jai, that was a big play. That god nade keeping the squad in, but the final break gets Elevate this hardpoint matchup. What a battle, what a fight. I wish we get some control battle in here in a game number 3 because I don't want the series to end just yet.
Give us the best of 5, man. Damn.
Can we change the rules of the game just for this one? Let's get a best of 7, guys.
Best of 7 group stage. Name it. Wow.
Oh man.
You could definitely feel their hearts out in the map of Ashenda.
But you know, when we listen to the comms, although it was a dire situation, you did not hear the panic in either one of the squads. Elevate was cool, calm, composed, and although ALUla was behind throughout the whole game, you did not hear them panicking. And obviously, if you look at the chemistry once again, it's so much more better on the side of Elevate, right? These boys have been trying for years after years after years. They were trying to find dominance against Almighty. They were trying to find dominance against the old squad of NRX. But obviously, when they finally found their momentum, they never stopped ever since then. So ALUla has got a lot to do in terms of catching up, in terms of how the chemistry works on the side of Elevate. You got to be something special to take this squad down.
Oh, truly, man. I mean, hey, we did see some bleeding here and there from Garena Masters. If I'm not mistaken, Garena Masters 9, where Star Wars Esports was finally able to stop like that, what, 4-peat run from the side of Elevate?
Yeah.
But And then all of a sudden, you know, leading up to Garena Masters X, they rebranded from Sour Esports to ALUla. They added Lucas in, and you kind of expect that in some way. They might go back to back, right? Because this is a better lineup because they have Lucas in, but no, Elevate, they took it right back, bro.
I mean, amen to that, brother. And this is that rivalry that has been going on for years. Elevate just wanting to prove that this time round, though, you're not going to take it away from us. You can re-roster, you can bring in some international talent out of SMP, but they're still going to stomp. But can you stomp on the big stages? Can you make sure you pull away another Garena Masters to your side, Elevate? Or will ALUla sneak this one away? In this battle, it went down to that final hill for sure, but it was just a tad bit too far away for ALUla to catch up. Lucas in with the fight of his life and those final moments, but he just could not help the team make that comeback. They just didn't have enough numbers there. The MVP of the match, the one and only Susano, made his name a long time ago, disappeared from the pro scene, but made sure he did not give up on the game. He did not give up on himself, and now he is one of the most lethal players out there. 54 eliminations from this game, 1.23 on the KDA. MVP indeed.
As I'd always like to say, so when you look at a man like Susano, especially for this team of Elevate, formerly known as WPM Lokins, I mean, ever since this guy walked inside of this team, he was the first initial piece to start winning championships. You know yourself, AJ. I mean, you casted that old roster with Lokins. They were always just, you know, a series away from making it to the grand finals or making themselves as the champions. But when Susano came along, bro, Garena Masters 5, ever since, they have been on the golden road.
Asgard was kicking some ass out there. 60 eliminations in total. This guy, a monster, and did a minute 20 seconds on the hill. Talk about a hard worker, right? Definitely putting in the numbers, has got the most impact throughout the whole matchup. Unfortunately, he just did not see the same amount of impact from the rest of his team members as well. On the other side, if you look at Elevate, I think everybody was on a great run except Kendi, but we're not going to complain, right? Because Kendi's main objective was to literally play that objective. It was a very risky position to be in because he was just absorbing those points, which of course kept him open to a lot of eliminations. So he stays at the bottom. But the rest of the players on the side of ALUla, I feel like they got to step it up if they want to rip it away from Elevate this season.
If we want the game 3, man, I mean, I did order a game 3 myself, and I'm pretty hungry for it. But hey,
let's go.
Let's see it. I hope we do get to see it. But at the same time, if ever Elevate goes back to back here for the series itself, can't blame them. They want to get this one over with.
Man, come on, Elevate. If you want to shut up and sit down, this is the moment, okay? I want to see some control. I think we've been starved for control matches in here for our round robins. I don't want to wait until our playoffs until we see some of those games. So this should be the place. And, you know, do us a favor, ALUla. We want to obviously see you guys play a tad bit more. And we want to obviously pay some dividends to ALUla. We want to give them that respect. We want to give them that hype of a comeback to push this into a game number 3 and maybe even shut down Elevate after they had flexed on them, super flexed on them in that hardpoint matchup, right? I'm looking for a comeback. I'm on the side of ALUla for this game too.
I'm not too certain if you're looking at, I mean, if you're too fond of stats here, AJ, but hey, I mean, we are looking quite great if we are expecting game 3 after all. Elevate, Search and Destroy, this is their worst game out here, while ALUla, this is pretty much their best game of it. So hey, we'll see about it as we head straight towards the map vetoes here, as we head straight towards a map of something, because we do have a ban of coastal and firing range. So we're most likely gonna end up in Tunisia or probably slums. No way we get to see a meltdown, right? Oh my God.
Okay, or
what is happening?
It's great. It's great that we have Meltdown here for the play. At least, you know, the snipers do stand a decent chance, but they're not going to be the only superstars of this S&D matchup. You do have to depend on those fraggers as well. You do have to depend on your frontliners with the shotguns as well as the SMGs. We are obviously going to see a lot more of the Switchblades as well as the HS-0405. I'm waiting for magic on Meltdown. I'm waiting for a comeback. This is where ALUla gets to rise up to the occasion and shut down the Red Rebellion and give us a game number 3.
This is going to be interesting. We'll see about it, how this one's going to play out. I mean, I don't know what's up with the whole run here, but hey, one thing for sure, it is going to be Meltdown as we go for the first round here. It's going to be Elevate on the defensive side, ALUla on the offense we go as we start things off here on the first round, looking to be a post up towards the A side.
Let's see exactly what happens here. Neither one has lost a Search and Destroy so far in the round robin, so It's one fair fight if we have ever seen one, but from the get-go, 3 players on the side of ALUla annihilated. And it is courtesy of PJ as well as Susano. Lucas in an FDX looking for a clutch here in a 2v5.
Yeah, just a bit of a faulty push there from the side of ALUla. And all of a sudden, I mean, the crossbar was just pretty nicely done there for the side of PJ alongside Susano. Susano's able to pick up a shotgun there from the side of ALUla. And now, FDX, what can you find? I mean, surely not one, right? But hey, be able to get one. The trade's going to be good for Susano, and now it's going to be Mr. Lucas in all alone in the 1v4.
Lucas in. Super import. What can you do, sir? SKS in hand. Not the kind of speed you want out of your marksman, but I'll take that. Unfortunate for Lucas in. He was definitely outnumbered. Even if he managed to pull away that one elimination, it would have still been difficult for him. And Elevate will take that first round.
Defend the objectives.
So, a solution here for the side of ALUla. Do you want to go for another blitz here, or do you want to play for it and play for picks? Looking like they leave the bomb here, so they are looking to play for the pickoffs instead of heading straight towards the side. So we are definitely bound to expect a bit of a slower round here, AJ.
Everybody's left the bomb behind, though, ALUla. Just looking for frags, looking for numbers first. And this is what you expect out of a pro squad like ALUla. But you gotta also appreciate the opener at that A site. Multiple frag grenades as well as concuss tossed on in towards that A bomb site. Just to open it up, and Elevate has quickly taken over the situation. And even at the B bomb site, you've got Kendi just holding on to the side with the Locust. Susano will find Jai. FDX in trouble if PJ decides to peek with the songstress. Elevate again with the numbers advantage, although not as crazy as that first round.
Oh, a bit of a pick-off, though. Jai's now going to be out. Not too exactly certain how did that one happen, but I think Yoki was able to find himself engagement, and Genji finds FTX away as well. They're picking back away now, but still not looking back down. Lucas in there for the trade. Now should be a commitment here towards the B side. But the reinforcement comes to shove already. Halo posted up.
A great anticipation from Lucas in that situation. What can Clo do? Clo, beautiful movements. He'll stay out of vision. Clo will be forced to push on ahead, and the panic plays will take him out of the equation. 2 players versus 1. Just not going to do Clo any favors whatsoever in that situation. 3v2. Numbers advantage now for ALUla to find the equalizer, Warden.
Oh, Susano sprays down, gets the shot. Lucas in out. Now it's a 2v2. Some 25 remaining now. PJ as well. Here has a big 1v1 up against Clo, but he does get beat into it. And did divert the attention towards the A side. But look at player for Susano. Already sees him as well. It's a 1v2, but the bomb's going to get planted here, so time extension will be granted.
Now, I've got a plan, chat. Let's make Garena broadcast great again. Call all of your friends, regardless of where they're tuning into right now, because they got to check this matchup out, man. ALUla will be able to pull away that equalizer, and this is what we want to see. I think this one's going to go down to game number 3 based on how they're playing. Lucas definitely needs to prove himself. But, if you really look at the situation out here, Susano and SKAERI, they haven't really been having the best of plays at CDM. But here, man, they are on a run.
Hey, like to see it. Garena, where it's at. A bit of a mister for the side of FTX, but now get to see. Looking to be another 5v4 retake, but FTX gets the shot to Halo. Drive finds speed away.
First miss, no problem, brother. The follow-up is what it's all about, and FDX delivers. Gets tagged up, though. Not eliminated from the equation. ALUla, perfect opportunity, but Susano surviving somehow. Numbers advantage here for ALUla. Kendi finding that equalizer, but not in numbers just yet. Susano shuts down Clo. And Kendi again with the follow-up. FDX shut down, but Jai stepping it up. We asked him to step it up after that first hardpoint matchup, and he says no problem whatsoever. Warden Mustachio, we get it done in S&D. We'll take the lead. Can you close it off as well, please, sir?
It's 1 for 2, man. 2 rounds for set of ALUla, 1 for set of Elevate. 1st and 9. I mean, we got a lot more action to go, baby. And now we get to see ALUla. They change up the tempo. They want to go for a rush on the side.
What? How do you not hit that, Jai? FDX taken out of the equation already. PJ on a rampage. Elevate wants this round back for themselves. ALUla unable to route the bomb away just yet. Clove has got it on his side. He's gonna get caught out with his pants down after he shuts down PJ. But SKAERI still alive and kicking. Songstress popping off. Can he get the slide? Yes, he can, but it's a 2v1 and Clove calls for backup. Yopi arrives. Yeah, you laugh it off. That almost went south there for the side of Elevate.
Garena movement, man.
Great survival play off the shotgun, though.
Definitely. That was 2 for 2. Bit of a back and forth, man. As we go.
Gotta
They're
love
not
it.
going to slow down at all. Another A push here, AJ.
A beautiful trophy play by Klo, so it's not going to be found out by a grenade just yet. Let's get tagged up with those shots, though. Blind shots through the smoke. Low quickly repositioning, catching up with the FDX. It is going to be the bomb plant at this A site, and they fully secured it already. Now it's all about the defense here for ALUla. Can they take the lead once again? Lucas in spotting out one player, SKS, but the information is given away already. I expect that backstab to come through. 2 players routed away, and Lucas in will be punished with that info.
Oh, nice shots. Now, retake comes to shove. It's going to be a 5v4 situation here. Lucas is going to be out off this retake. Kayla leads the way, finds Jai as well. PJ gets scared, and as they go, FDX now going to be all alone. It's a 1v2 situation. You got 26 seconds on the clock. What can you find, FDX?
Let's check out the comms here. In terms of how they handle the pressure as FDX gets the double. And the clutch for ALUla as well. Beautiful stuff. This is what we expected. And I want to see how they take this one away. Do they scream into the mics, or do they still stay calm, cool, composed in this round?
Yes.
Go to the left.
Center base. Center.
Going to next.
The bomb has been planted.
Ito siya.
Damn it, I was waiting for some hot action on the comms, but they were just too focused on it.
Come again, bro. Telekinesis? Telepathy? Name it. Their synergy is that good, man. You don't need to talk.
Bomb
Amen.
spotted.
I mean, but great plays from the squad. Again, both sides, and ALUla extends their lead a tad bit here. I want more. ALUla, come on. Show us what you got. The bomb's still on their side. As the attackers, you get to dictate the pace here. And they're routing it over towards that A-bomb side once again. The defense for Elevate this time down towards mid. They've left A-bomb side all open. But Candy's still going to be the threat as Susano finds Lucas in and punishes early.
Oh, so aggressive from the side of Elevate, and they find the first 2 frags as well. Looking so great for them now. And you got to worry about a push to come through here on towards the A side. But once again, they answer with aggression, and they find frags after frags. 4 out for ALUla. Jai all alone. What can you find?
Well, he finds 1 first, but can he get 3? Look at these Elevate players stacking on each other. Even if he got 1, the other 2 on the follow-up should have been able to snuff him out. Beautiful in terms of stacking, and Elevate just making sure, regardless of the situation, regardless of how supreme they are, they never take advantage of situations like that to go in for a heroic moment, but instead pay a lot of respect to ALUla and their clutch capability. Slowly trying to catch up. The attacking side still, though. ALUla. Candy looking for 1, but PJ finds a double out of nowhere. Gets shut down by Jai, but that's a 2-for-1 trade.
Oh, big shots from the side of Elevate. Numbers of damage now. Once again, Lucas is going to get taken down. Elevate. They tie up the half. 4-4 here. Wow.
Blitz play, blitzing through that round. It was just over before it even started. And Elevate just like that on equal footing with ALUla in this S&D matchup. It's a target to 9, and I hope like a pendulum it keeps swinging between the two, so we get as many rounds as possible. Send us into overtime if possible, man. Susano this time with the bomb in the hands of Elevate. They get to dictate the pace of this matchup. ALUla might be in trouble if FDX cannot pull away big numbers for the squad.
Look at the decision here for the set of Elevate to post himself out rightfully on towards the B side. ALUla at the start of the round, he went for a 1-4. That's going to be giving a free side for the set of Elevate here to get this bomb planted here towards Bravo. But there's just some slight bits of hesitation that is happening here from the back as well. Big 1v1 fight. Jai wins it. Kendi from the front as well gets another. It's a 4v4 now here, AJ.
Absolutely. Ooh, Kendi. Beautiful on the double.
Bomb has been planted.
Susano with a quick plant. They've got the numbers advantage. And now the pressure is on ALUla. Clove Lucas and Jai. who finds the elimination first. They have to play this one close. Have Lucas in, but the SKS is going to be a tad bit slow. And PJ punishes alongside Kendi. Lucas in all alone, and that SKS just not quick enough to find those clutch situations. And they fall behind as Elevate takes the lead.
You like to see it now, Red Rebellion. All smiles off from the captain, Yopi.
Objectives.
They feel the momentum, but can they make the most out of it here? Retain this one away from the side of ALUla.
Nate's going to be set up here for the A side. And ALUla will find that site absolutely empty. Trophy set up just beside the generators for Elevate as they continue to forward the push. Jai's about to be caught out with his pants down. Can he find an elimination before he gets shut down? Yopi taken out, but the trade is there and it is strong. But Clove and FDX, they come back in here for a quick follow-up. The game of numbers now for ALUla, unless Clove and Kendi find a clutch out of nowhere. Kendi with the Locust. Just strutting on in, but the defenders, they don't really need to do much. Elevate the bomb on the ground, and they need to bring a miracle off a play, and Kendi says no problem.
Ooh, like a pendulum, it might go back and forth. But the players of Kendi, Halo from the side of Elevate, they're not looking to back down. Now it's a 2v3 situation. So doable here if you're on the side of Elevate.
Okay, man, come on. Don't be tricking Warden and I, man. Okay, opportunity now once again for Kendi. Skirt just peeking out real quick. Okay, all right. Looks like we're gonna have a couple of bugs here to deal with. There's some bloopers and some jump scare moments. But Chloe and Kendi up against the numbers, and FDX punishes. ALUla is making sure the pendulum theory will hold strong. Kendi still can pull a 1v3 clutch out of nowhere, though. He's done it many times. Oh, but gets stunned halfway. And the Punisher comes through. ALUla. Beautiful equalizer, Warden.
Yeah, the stun there was cherry on top of the cake that really secured the elimination, not giving a chance at all for the side of Kendi. But with that being said, man, back and forth once again.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen a double round lead, bro.
This is what we wanted, and this is what we get. Cloven Skirt just lining up those grenades, A-bomb site, and not going to find anyone just yet, but it gives them the quick entry into the site. The players lighting up, and Clove punish, so Skirt, beautiful peek. And Jai is going to be stepping it up as well as he finds one for himself. Traded out by Kendi, but the damage has been done. Elevate now down in numbers. They need to quickly route themselves over. The question is, where will the attackers take the bomb? Straight up towards that A-bomb site, as ALUla is on the opposite end of the battlefield, thinking that it's going to be that B-bomb site on the play. Now the plan is on already. 36 seconds for ALUla to find the clutch here to bring us back, and PJ just had the timing better than Clove.
Now it's a 2v2. Got 25 seconds left on the clock here. Might be able to get it as well. FX out. Le Cabra all alone. Oh, Lucas in. Has his scope finished.
There you go.
That's him to play for. He finds the first in 1v1 now against Insano. Does he get the read as well? Checks up, takes up the 5. Insano with an HS shuts him down. The Red Rebellion, they retain back the lead.
Oh, so close, yet so far for Lucas in. Unfortunate with that play. Great peak, great anticipation, just could not get the timing right for himself. And obviously, Susano has seen many losses on this map, and he has learned from those situations. You're not going to catch him with his pants down. ALUla again losing that opportunity for the lead as Elevate takes it. 6-5. Susano finding Clove back and forth. The numbers strong here. ALUla, can they continue? But Susano finds the equalizer, gets them in front with the numbers, and FDX left all alone. Kendi's going to be the biggest danger for FDX as he looks for the clutch. Susano spotted.
No.
GG.
I felt it.
I felt it too, man. I felt that one badly. FDX opportunity to really boost
Literally
up the
missed.
Yeah, the adrenaline and the confidence of the squad to sneak their way back in here, but that one unfortunate miss is definitely going to take the wind out of their sails a tad bit here. ALUla allowing Elevate to run away. Lucas in skirt though. Looks like the win has been reinstalled. ALUla, they go into trash. The players at the side of Elevate back to back to back. The numbers fall. Kendi try to stay alive, gets stunned halfway, and that's all it is. The attackers are left with one, and now Skirt says none as ALUla keeps them in the run as they pull a dominant run back.
What was that? ALUla just splitting towards the mid map. They find the first 3 kills, and it's all conversion for the round. And now we go. Round number 14 is going to be opening up.
Oh, yeah.
Elevate. Do they slow down? No, not at all. They go for another push towards the A site.
Klo gets a monstrous god nade, takes Skirt out of the equation. Can't give your numbers away in that fashion, especially in the early parts of the game. The trophy desperately needs to be played. Oh man, Lucas almost dropped the ball there. Managed to get to follow up. Susano taken out by Clove. Beautiful nade. Numbers at an advantage for Elevate. Yopi goes for the plant. It's all up to Clove and Lucasin now. The SKS has just given 7 eliminations for Lucasin. He needs way more than that to be a little bit of a bigger pressure for Elevate to deal with. Kendi, sneaky spot. Oh, beautiful flash. And the follow-up is perfect on the secondary. And now up against PJ. PJ misses the first shot. Wild slides, but Yopi from the opposite end will get the clutch and put Elevate on match point.
Wow. One more round to provide an upset up against ALUla. Days, the Red Rebellion Elevate. World has their eyes on you, boy.
As good as ALUla is, perhaps we do not get to see control. Maybe Elevate is just too damn good. Again on the attack this time. The bomb being routed over towards the B side. Grenade for grenade, but the trophy played well on the side of Elevate. ALUla did not have the trophy, but at least the grenade does not find that perfect connection. Jai holding on to that side. Backed up by the one and only Skirt. Jai will fail at his gunfight as Susano overwhelms him. Yopi traded out by Lucasin as he tries to make the crossover. ALUla staying alive.
Oh my god. Now Kayla's going to be all alone. The final lifeline here to try to deny this. The outer round for a set of ALUla. In a 1v4 situation, the bomb's dropped as well. No way does this go to the hands of Elevate Kayla, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, close good, but up against a heated ALUla. That's not going to happen. Lucasin finally is showing that he can flex as well. Yeah, man. Wake up. Slap yourself. Rub those eyes. We need to see more. We need to see a game number 3 in the series. It's bloody exciting for sure, and they cannot drop the ball, but they are giving their best. They're trying their very best. But Elevate just a cut above at this point of time. The Red Rebellion is drawing blood time and time again in those most crucial moments. Those initial names will not find their target. Beautifully played here on defense by ALUla. The trophies are laid out perfectly, and it is now a standoff for that A-bomb side.
One round that could decide whether can we see an extension or could be the closeout for the series. Could be starting here with Skirt and PJ, and he leads the way. He finds the first frag. It's a free side here on Alpha.
Bloody jump from PJ. Gets shot in the foot, but gets the elimination for the trade. Susano taken out of the equation though. Can Yopi find it? Yes, he can. Clove shut down. Jai's gonna get tagged up as well. Yopi now on the hunt. The Strongsters will miss on the follow-up. But it doesn't matter, the damage has been done already. FDX and Jai all left in, and Clo, the glove straight to Jai's face. And this is where it all might end unless FDX can pull a miraculous clutch in this round.
Ilongo all alone. FDX, what can you find? The final lifeline for the side of ALUla. He sends himself towards B side, but Elevate, they find a free side for them here. It's going to be a bomb plant, a 2v1. Not only he has to deal with 2 players, but the bomb as well. He needs to get this defuse to provide an overtime run for ALUla.
Oh man, how is he going to pull this one off? I think this is going to be a rough one for FDX, and he doesn't have time on his side. The weapon that he has, though, can go in for those one-shot eliminations, but so can Yopi with a distance like this. FDX look the other way, and Yopi brings the game to an end. The series is over, 2-0, as Elevate dominates ALUla.
Yeah, sheer dominance coming through here. Yes, the game was a back and forth pretty much at the first half or so, but when it came down to getting the final adjustment, closing out the deal, the Red Rebellion, they strike again.
But what a preview for what we can expect at the playoffs as well. I'm excited. I'm heated up. And you're definitely going to find the Mustachio at the playoffs. This one just started to get exciting, baby. And Elevate, what a game. What a stand-up match at that hard point. Dominant as ever. Always with the lead. And here in SND, we saw signs of life out of ALUla, but it just wasn't enough. Lucas in with that SKS just wasn't as deadly in the initial parts of the match as he was towards those later rounds. And that is just not going to be enough. We are expecting more from the import player to shine on this stage. But unfortunately, all he could pull was a mid-standing in this game. Clove and Jai, though. Jai with a great big recovery in terms of his gameplay.
Yeah, nicely done as well. I mean, he is one of those Destiny merchants you can really rely on here for the squad. Same goes for the set of Clove as well. I mean, Clove is just immaculate as ever, even on a hard point. But yeah, a bit of a fall here for the set of Skirt as well. But then again, you know, still valiant efforts for them none the least. I mean, this game wouldn't be this close if it wasn't for each and every player inside of the Slavi providing the best that they could.
Bloody Yopi is down bottom fragging, but the value of his kills was just immaculate, right? Beautiful, you know, pressure, beautiful value provided to the team. If you want to be a bottom fragger, you got to do it like Yopi. Just so much of value in every single elimination that he got for the squad, because if it wasn't for Yopi, I think this game would have still continued, and there's a big possibility that ALUla would have been able to rip this one away, sending us into a game number 3. The bottom fragger clutched this one out. That's how you got to do it. You got to do it in style.
Yeah, I gotta double down to that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter as well how much frags you get. Yes, getting like what, 20 eliminations in search and destroy smat. But let's say if you got like 5 player dropping only 6 kills, but let's say half of those went into round wins. That is what you call impact frags right there.
Amen, brother. Absolutely brilliant impact by the one and only Yopi. Like you said, not all about, I mean, yeah, sometimes it is about the numbers, especially if you want to thin down the numbers of your opponents, because ALUla would definitely argue that, you know, they could have made great use of those numbers on their side, but it just wasn't like that. Candy was on fire. His snipes were just brilliant. The follow-up play from the rest of his team members were just excellent round after round. But there were some moments of brilliance coming through from ALUla as well. You saw the rise of FDX. You saw him hold the game for the rest of his team members. But the backup that he was getting out of Skirt, out of Lucas on the initial part of these rounds just wasn't as strong as we expected.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting more of a prolonged one here, and come again, I personally walked inside of this map here for Meltdown expecting that, and someone, you know what, hey, Elevate not really looking great on Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
But and ALUla, I mean, when it comes down to S&D, especially when you have a really good marksman like Jai, a really good sniper like FDX, or even like, you know, Lucas in as on a marksman, they got a lot of flexibility, and everyone can definitely shoot back when it comes down to those important roles. But fortunately for them, bulk of the trades, bulk of the kills, and bulk of the heroic plays just came along so much better from the side of the Red Rebellion here in this map of Meltdown.
I gotta say, even though it ended in a 2-0, it was a bloody exciting series between the two, and Elevate just showing us that they are true monsters. PJ, the one and only, 17 eliminations in this S&D matchup. We talked about it's not always about the numbers, but as far as PJ is concerned, yeah, shit sure as hell is about the numbers. 1.21 KDA, great big impact in this fight, and he is the well-deserved MVP of this S&D.
I mean, hey, PJ, have you ever had a season where PJ played awful at all? Absolutely not, man. This guy is probably the most consistent player here for the side of Red Rebellion. Elevate. And you think in some way, you know, a player like PJ is assigned to just to play spawns. No, he always finds himself impactful as well when it comes down to search and destroy.
Oh yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it was a team game for sure, and PJ definitely leads the team when it comes to situations like these where those numbers are going to be important. I feel like Susano shined as well. You know, his frags were very, very key for dominance in some of those rounds, and he clutched it out whenever he was required to. He brought the fire. My only disappointment with the Red Rebellion, my only disappointment with Elevate, is they have not fielded Alea yet. I want to see Alea play. I don't think I'm gonna get it.
You know, leading up to the broadcast,
maybe tomorrow.
Could be, yeah, for sure. Maybe. I hope so. But
you need to send a message on my behalf. You know what you got to do, man. Susano, like I said, he's got the impact, baby. MVP of the series, 71 eliminations in total, 1.22 on the KDA, and this guy, you know, at one point of time, people forgot about him, but he never gave up on the game. He never gave up on himself, and he will never be forgotten because of this monstrous run he's been having in the recent years. Susano, definitely a legend in the SMP region.
Yeah, truly. I mean, the only Garena Masters that he missed out on was the first. Ever since then, he has been around from the second, leading up to this 11th. And as they go, and yeah, I mean, just a pretty nice run overall. Going back to what you said about ALUla, man, I think leading up this broadcast, I had to rewatch some of the cast with you and Beef Mommy, and I remember watching Mr. Cold called Alarm Bomb ALUla when he had to sub in for Luffy because Luffy unfortunately didn't have his passport, and they were able to bring Wolves to a map number 7, bro.
I know, right? Give me some ALUla, bro. Just give me some ALUla. That's what we want. Elevate now have elevated themselves to the top of the leaderboard with 14 series points, just one single match loss, and 10 match wins for the squad. I mean, talk about being great. Talk about raising the rebellion. The Reds definitely doing well in the current season. As you guys can see, there is a theme going on here at Garena Masters 11. It's the red versus the blue. It's the good versus the evil. And Elevate definitely playing on the side of red as they want to paint the town red by the end of the competition. Can they continue to dominate? Rival Esports, ALUla, VİZUALZ, SKAERI themselves will try to put a stop to them, as we have now almost confirmed our playoff teams.
You know, in some way, I kind of deemed Elevate to be the number 2 seed here leading up to the playoffs, all because of the fact that they did lose the map against Rivals on the takeoff run there. But guess what? They took down ALUla, and with that being said, I mean, they're going to be solidified there for the number 1 seed leading up to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, what a series, right? What a game. Although ALUla did not manage to pull away a single map from the side of Elevate, I feel like, you know, they just gave us a really exciting matchup, right? Obviously, we did not expect them to take it like lying down, and they stood up, they took those fights, they did really well in some of those S&D rounds, but it just wasn't enough to overwhelm. When it came to the clutch plays, when it came down to those final few moments where they were outnumbered, Elevate, Yopi, they just shined.
Yeah, truly. And you can't tell me as well that, oh, maybe ALUla wasn't really taking it seriously. No one brings out a map of Meltdown for no reason at all. A Meltdown map is something that you serve for the playoffs, but hey, they did it. And now, with that being said, we close out our second series for today. Up next is going to be our last run here. It's going to be Alpha Metagame in Nolly Secundus X up against Novik and Oblivion. That will be happening after a short break. We'll be right back, guys. All right, welcome back to the last and final series here for our second to the last day of the group stage as well. It is Warden alongside me is going to be the one and only Mustachio AJ, and we're going to be heading straight towards our last final teams here. It's going to be Alpha Metagaming, Nulli Secundus X up against the one and only Dovik and Oblivion.
Oh, it's going to be a rough one. Obviously, both of these teams are nowhere close to making it into the playoffs, but I'm expecting to see the best out of them as well, right? I mean, you've got the Mustachio, you've got the Warden here on the caster's desk. What more do you guys need? This is the time where you show us what you're capable of, make a good name for yourself, and show up again. Because from what we showed at the very start of this broadcast, we had 130 teams vie for this opportunity. They made it through, but obviously once you make it onto the Garena Masters broadcast, it's not going to be an easy run. You have world champions here. You're definitely going to get kicked around. But how long do you stick around? How long do you make sure you continue this journey and one day show us your success? Because, I mean, if you make a break, you get one good game, probably, we scream a little bit for you. But if you see your history, if you see your journey, and one day you make that breakthrough, man, that story hits so much more different, Warden. Don't you agree?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you talk about Alpha Metagaming, Nulli Secundus X here, or Team X rather. They actually came kind of fresh here from the Gladiator scene. They didn't win that.
Yes.
By the way, they took the L up against Absolute Zero, but Absolute Zero is not even here. They are here in this biggest stage of SMP, Garena Masters XI. Yeah. So I got my eyes on them for this one. As we take a look at this here, it is them up against Dovik and Oblivion once again because it's tuning in. And can we see the different map here this time around for Hardpoint? We've been seeing Agenda. We are going to be seeing Combine.
Damn, man, I've been retired way too long. Combine, it's not a map that I've seen a lot, but this map definitely is not an easy one to control. It's huge, and you really have to rotate far off, especially on the P3, on rotation P4 as well. You gotta, it's a little bit like what we've already seen at Hacienda, but you just kind of amp it up a tad bit more in terms of the value of finding those early rotations, right? If you miss out on those early rotations on Combine, Warden, you might as well kiss the game goodbye. The one good side is they're taking on a team that's close to them in terms of capability, in terms of power level here in Garena Masters 11.
We should be expecting a pretty close one here. So, hey,
yes.
We'll see about this map of Combine and nature persist. The shotguns, the SMGs definitely going to be the key factors here for sure. Rotations on P3 is going to be solidified. P4 have an equal spread though. Hey, let's see about it. Let's let the pros do it as we go now. First Hardpoint is going to be opening up. X, Dovik and Oblivion, we go.
Yeah, let's see exactly who manages to dominate here on this first hill. Gonna be RG with the double. Quickly finding those numbers to their side, but it's Dovik and Oblivion with the opener on the hill and sneaking away the initial first few points. Obviously, we always expect this P1 to be super messy as it goes back and forth. Dovik and Oblivion getting those initial first few points off of it, but X is about to run away with it. AMG.NL. Can they continue to hold on to this with their gunfights? They've done fairly well to take the lead, but Dovik will quickly break it through as well. The spawns are far away, so if you're not having those major holes with those initial gunfights, you're probably going to have a little bit of a reset as well.
Yeah, I got to know what I mean. This P1 here can come unsolidified if you are going to be able to get those cutoffs players going. So far, the players of Dovik and Oblivion were on the start of the bit. Leading up to the second half here off for this Hardpoint. My days, good for them as well. We have enough spacing for them to be able to start the P2 off here with them solidified.
Okay, Valley Creek is going to be sorted out now. We move on into P2. It's crucial that they get the spawns off of reception as well as they quickly rotate their way through. You can see Dovik and Oblivion with the massive advantage in terms of spawns here. But player number 3, Ange, with the quick circle around, trying to secure the spawns for the rest of his team members. Winning out this gunfight is going to be crucial. He wins that, and that is a big play for X.
Done here. The temp is going to be good here for a set of mids as well. That will be enough to cut off the players here from the back. And now spawn still will begin for a set of X though, but Dovik and Oblivion, man, they're just playing this hill so perfectly well.
Man, you get the spawns, but if you don't win out your gunfights on the hill, then obviously it's not going to do you any bit of favors whatsoever. X kind of focusing on the right objective here, but not really getting the major objective in terms of hill play. And the objective secured by Dovik and Oblivion will keep them in a massive lead up against X, and they continue to force them to bleed. They also get the favorable spawns just through winning out their gunfights on the hill, and now they have taken a massive lead in towards this P3. Early rotation for X only because they didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, nicely done here. Dovik and Oblivion. And one big fragment as well here, by the way. We're not going to be seeing Wadu here for a set of DVK. Greg's going to be subbed in here. So the pacing is definitely supplied a lot here for him. Now, get to see early rotation here for your early war machine as well. The question is, so finally hold their grounds.
Yeah, they lay out the nades. X is on a fantastic hold this time round. And it's the kind of hill where you definitely want to invest your operators, and that's exactly what they're doing here in the situation. Dovahkiin also has a couple of operators already activated. Talk about a little bit of a misplay. They Reed just could barely get away anything from that left. Pulls out the claw, annihilates. Dovahkiin finally finds the break, but the damage has been done already. X on the way back in, and they hop onto the hill once again. What a massive comeback here for X.
Yeah, nice little recovery here. They're going to be good for sub 10 as well. And not only that, they flip off the spot as well. They send over Oblivion from the back. So they're going to have the early rotation as well towards P number 4 here. If X can retain to be consistent at this, they might be able to find the lead once again.
Oh, this is the fight of their lives here. A massive comeback on the third hill, but now they need to continue pulling off that exact same magic. The side road needs to be dominated. The spawns are going to be quite fast, so winning out those engagements, playing those smokes, keeping one survivor on the hill is going to be absolutely crucial, because that's exactly what the weakness was for X on that P2. Once they got annihilated, once they got pushed away a little bit too far, making their way back onto the hill looked impossible. And as I say that, they catch up. DVK finds the break and the dominance, but X has made this a little bit easier to catch up with DVK.
Nicely done here. First comes Shop Saya here. We're going to be able to get players here from Rock side to divert your attention to mid-map here. First, they don't want to deal with this stat machine, but they got to meet the 10, and this is going to be tough here for a set of X if they're looking to get the break here for the scrap time.
Oh, on the balance. Beautiful hole, just as we talked about those smokes, but through those smokes, the blind shot. Scope manages to pull away with the ball 27 and plays ball well. 110-81 on for the reset of hardpoint. We go down back into P1, and the dominance that DVK found as we opened up the game could shine through once again, as they also have got a little bit of extra confidence now in the second round rotation of those hard points. X managing to find the break through those lethals. They toss in those grenades, smoking out the area once again, but their play is being forced to spawn far, far away, and that's just not giving them any bit of extra advantage at all.
But they're spawning out here. That's going to be Miku for a set of AMG. That's going to be enough as well to spawn out the rest of the crew here for a set of Dovahkiin and Oblivion. So this should be the players of Vex now here, finding themselves here on the front foot. Here at the last 30 seconds here off this P1. The Predating Fly Shrew off the native fights galore. X rightfully back on track.
Oh man, DVK again with the lead off of this P1. They're playing it so perfectly. Yes, the spawn's still on their side, on their left-hand side, and they might just be able to string this along for the P2 play as well. 9 more seconds to go. And X doesn't seem like they want to make that early rotation to secure the spawns over for P2, and therefore they will fail. And as the spawns get taken over for the second hill, DVK might be able to extend this lead even further again. And trying to go in here for the break, but this time, X will focus on the hill a little bit more. And with a big play here. Backstab, though, taken out of the equation by mids. And that will give DVK the hill as well as the spawns.
Yeah, one biggest part from set of X in comparison to Dovahkiin and Oblivion, the operators, man. Not much value here for a set of X. And now they're going to play this one hill from the front side with no operators to be first. The second operator they go, but the reinforcements just a bit too quick here for a set of Dovahkiin and Oblivion.
Oh, Gert just whipping out the claw, going in, going to down with the players here, and DVK will have a massive advantage with the operator. But can he continue that run? Finally gets taken down and out of the equation, but the damage has been done with the operators as X now makes their way back in, still failing to secure the spawns for this P3.
As ever, now coming through, the comms here is here for one of these teams. Let's take a listen to the worst side of Dovahkiin and Oblivion next.
Ay, pasisay ka pa.
One tap P1. May likod.
Isang P1. Copy.
Flip to.
Parading ako.
Dalawa P1, pra.
Dalawa room, isang seaside. Nag-2F ata.
Sa left,
Dead corner, isa na lang. 2F.
Top.
Isa lang yan ha, -4 yan ha.
Nasa open ako. Open.
Ay, isa na lang. Sa open side, dalawang open side. Hard left lang, open side. Yung boys. Dalawa open.
Friendly hunter-killer
Lasit. Isang open, isang right side lang. Isang open side. Wala na. Kakapak.
I wonder how Gurk is keeping up with the Tagalog, bro.
He's doing fine.
Yeah, the boys are like P1, P2. Yeah, so, that's what you gotta do. So you need to flex some multilingual plays there, unless you can English it out all the way through. DBK, massive lead, close to closing things off here as we rotate on to yet another clutch on the hill. But Laps and Miku, especially Laps with the claw, trying to make those plays, but Mids will finally put an end to that. As DBK hops onto the hill, will be denied by Miku and RG. And X holding on for their dear lives here on this hill.
A bad big man here. 41 kills already, by the way. I mean, this guy on yesterday's run was able to slay out the whole competition, the whole lobby per se. So, hey, gonna find a means to stop Reed here if you're on the side of X. But as we go now, P4 here, about to come to a close out. It's a big team fight. This comes out huge from the side of DBK.
That's what you expect out of DBK. The gunfight's always strong on their side, but X, they've had some fancy plays already. They need to secure the site. They need to secure the hill, and they stride on in with the advantage, with the numbers. They will be able to pull away some scrap points off of this, but again, we move back onto a hard point reset. Back into P1 we go. This is where DBK opened up with flair, with dominance, and they will look to do it once again from the spawns off the left.
Here we go. 162 to 202 here. We need to see a money hill from the side of AMG.NL X if they want to find themselves here involved in a conversation. Who can take this win in this map of Combine? As we go. P1, first 15 seconds for the squad in blue. X they go.
Oh man, 172 for the side of X as DBK closes in on the finisher. It's going to be a little bit of a trouble here if X cannot get that early rotation and secure the spawns for P2. But also, since DBK is so close to the end, they can't stop fighting for this hill on P1. They have to split the objective. They take over the spawns first, and that's just by sheer luck as they were forced to spawn on the left-hand side. And now they have a little bit of an advantage. Do they shove all of their players in? Yes, they do, and they give away the spawns for the next hill. This is not looking good for X. They now have to win out their gunfight for P2. Every single one of them, but they fail on the very first one. They hold on to the scraps of P1. They route their way in. They get the spawns back before we open up P2. That is just sheer luck, and X holding on for their dear lives.
Oh no, but they got 3 operators to play for as well. They spawn out again. One player's gonna be all alone. He gets washed away. X, if you want to stay alive, you gotta use your operators right here, right now.
Ange brings it in. War Machine, can you get a few pops? Soya with the Death Machine as well. Ange not popping off just yet. Will get the advantage. Brings it in towards the hill. Gets a double elimination and shuts down as well with a ball 27. Sends out the hunter-killer drone. Will get taken out of the equation. On the other hand, it is on the hill clutch here for the rest of the members on the side of X. Beautiful plays once again. They don't have the favorable spawns, but they're hanging on for their dear lives through those eliminations. Finally, will lose the numbers, and this is a massive disadvantage now. Without those spawns, DBK can end this right here, right now, if they hold on to the hill in every single point that it gives.
Last 11 points remaining. Dova could Oblivion. They retain the spawns away. X is further away from the hill. Nowhere to be found, but there's not going to be enough time for them to close out the deal. X early rotation towards P3.
Early rotation indeed. And X, you have to pull away every single point. DBK just needs about 5-6 seconds on that hill. Thank God it's not a 6-7 seconds on the hill that they require. Either way, they'll need to find the finisher here. They've dropped the ball one too many times. But you can see that it's just not a lot more that they need to kind of fix in terms of their rotations, in terms of their plays to really become one of the strong contenders here in the competition. But this is their hold for their lives. And X with the massive comeback here, if they can pull this off. They've already gone in for the operator investments. And now here's that comeback from DBK. They've got the claw once again on the side of Gurk. And he gets the job done, hopping on into the hill. They hold the points, but it is all over. As Dovakin Oblivion obliterates X on this phenomenal play. Fantastic fight, fantastic engagements, but it just wasn't enough.
Wow. Talk about a competitive game in the map of Combine, man. A bit of a back at the start, and it was a bit manipulated by the side of Oblivion.
Yeah.
The fact that AX was able to draw it says a lot about their hearts.
I mean, it was a brilliant game. It was a brilliant comeback, and we can see that map dominance. Of course, obviously the eliminations were kind of skewed towards the side of DBK Oblivion at the very start of the game, but AMG.NL, they caught up with the momentum. They gave a fight of their lives, and it was more than enough to win out some of these hills. We were talking about how the initial rotations to just pull away the Pharaoh spawns to their side didn't really give them much. And Ange, man, was on a bloody roll. 60 kills this time round, 42 deaths overall. High impact in the game, but it just couldn't measure up to what DBK was doing together as a squad. When they finally fixed their rotations with the spawns, they obviously were losing out on the eliminations. When they started brushing up the eliminations, they dropped the ball on the spawns. DBK Oblivion, on the other hand, never stopped focusing on the favorable spawns for their side, and obviously that kind of advantage on a hardpoint map is going to give you a little bit more of an edge, and that edge was what got them this victory. 250 to 239, it was way too close.
Yeah, that way too close for sure. And, you know, for the side of AMG.NL, I mean, their operators, man, I mean, yes, they did stand out just a little bit at the end of the game, but the vast majority of the operator value really went into shove here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion. I think that was truly the biggest factor here. I mean, a bit of a money hill as well, as we were able to see on the speciation. But aside from that, I mean, when it came to hills, Dovahkiin and Oblivion had it so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think MJX just needs to brush up on their P1 plays. Obviously, super scrappy out there. They just need to figure out exactly how they can dominate a little bit better. But on the rotation for P2, they need to play the timing out a little bit better, right? Because I think on a couple of those rounds of hills, if they had played the early rotation and prioritized the spawns at P2 a little bit more on the second set of rotations, things could have been a little bit different here. They failed the first time round when they were prioritizing the P2 on, lockdown for the spawns. They were losing out a lot on the gunfight, and then they changed their strategy to purely focus on the gunfight for P2. I feel like that wasn't the best of ideas, because you're going to spawn on the opposite end a little bit too far away for contest on this P2, and that's exactly where they dropped the ball. But a massive comeback. They made that P3 their money hill, like you said, and that's where we saw a little bit of brilliance for them. What almost looked like a one-sided game, AMG.NL showed us that it was not going to be that easy. They still have the fight in them. They're kings in their own accord, but I would love to see much more from them. Can they show up stronger in the S&D and make this exit match one that we will never forget, one that will keep us wanting more out of the squad? But for now, the conversation will stay on the side of Dovahkiin Oblivion as Reed pulls away the MVP title with 57 eliminations and 1.78 on the KDA.
I don't know what this guy has been feasting on leading up to the end of this round robin stage, but one for sure, this guy has been pretty much the most here for the set of Dovahkiin and Oblivion. It comes to hard point, search and destroy, control, name it. This guy always rightfully involved in regards to finding himself on top of the podium when it comes to eliminations.
No doubt at all. Just a cut above, just one single step above, one single step ahead of their opponents at all times here, led by Reed, as well as the numbers that he was pulling in. I mean, Ange did amazing for the side of the opponents, but unfortunately it just wasn't good enough, because at the end of the day, although the eliminations on both sides were kind of, matched up quite equally, it was all about the rotations. It was all about who spent more time on the hill. Although they did manage to catch up, I'm just wondering what could have happened if those plays were a little bit tighter on the side of AMG.NL. But either way, since it was so close, I'm hoping that we get a close matchup here as well on this Tunisia S&D.
Oh, I love it. Another map here for Tunisia. Hey, we play Shendas or Meltdowns, and it is going to be the classic Tunisia as well. What do we expect here? Snipers. Definitely going to be the key factors here for sure.
Yep.
Alongside that, I mean, those blitz pushes towards the B side has been abused by a lot of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely agree, man. I mean, those snipers need to wake up, and they need to wake up big time on this map. But at the end of the day, if your casters are on fire, the teams out there are on fire, either way, it's going to be a damn good game to tune into, right? I mean, that I did not expect Hardpoint to be that close based off how it started. That P1 dominance out of Dovahkiin was brilliant. They kind of like strung it into P2 as well. And I was thinking, okay, all right, we're going to have a pretty quick game here based on the way they're going. But I love the fact that X fought their way back in here. Now you slow the pace down. If you mess up in the initial parts, you still can play a little bit of recovery as long as you've got a solid sniper on your side, Warren.
You know, despite the fact that we're looking, you know, the number 7, number 16 in this competition, searching for those game modes where I feel like you can really take away from a team that has more experience. See if ever alpha metagame in will have what it takes to take this one through. As we start things off around the first round, it seems to be Dovahkiin and Oblivion here starting things off around the offense. It's to send out 2 players on the B side, 1 player on mid as they go.
I like how you strategized it and said teams in the 7th and 6th spot instead of the 6th and 7th spot. So avoided the meme quite well. Gert, beautiful opener with the switchblade.
Yes, sir.
There. Taken out. But Ange and RG will step it right back up. Traded right back out for Ange. So 3v3. Numbers all equal. A bomb on the ground. Finally picked up. And Dovahkiin looking to route it over towards the B bomb side, held down by Reed.
Nothing done here so far. It's a bit of a slow here.
Yeah.
I would kind of expect it on the first round here for Search and Destroy. You know, got to play for information. Maybe the second round you could play it a bit faster, but then again, instead of Dovahkiin Oblivion, they find himself here posted up on the B side of the one planet. It's a 3v3 situation.
Timing for RG, but a great smoke here on the players on the side of Dovahkiin. Allows RG to quickly rotate round though. Reed spotted and a beautiful shot. RG's not going to miss shots like that, but Mid's showing up at the right time here. Takes a double for his side. Dovahkiin again with the advantage with numbers. And laps. Making sure he makes those laps around. Spots out Mids. Oh, almost! With a sliver of health. Mids clutches that round.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough fact there for the side of laps to be able to win, but hey, so close. But unfortunately, mid veteran captain pulls his one away now. First round for the side of Dovahkiin Oblivion. Now we go. Take a look at the map once again. It's going to be a spread map alongside an ace side. Might be another play for picks, or might be another cheer for the side of DV.
Mids is anything but mid in this game. Starting off hot with the numbers. Pulls away a triple and a clutch for the side of Dovahkiin Oblivion. That was a round that they should have lost. X kind of dropping the ball there just a tad bit. Ange getting taken out way too early. Just not favoring them well. The top fragger needs to stay alive and kicking a tad bit more. But in a game of S&D, that's going to be the problem when you're going out for these rushes. Now Scope's going to spot one. Gets the hit mark. And sorted out by Gerg, who gets a double off of the switchblade. Can he get a triple? Mid sorts that out. He doesn't get the numbers, but they get the advantage.
Collapse for the side of X here on the right. The B players here, side are around, but they got me no.
He's already in a fantastic spot. RG's not gonna get that spot. Spotted out. Spot all around, and Reed gets the double in the final sequence of that battle. And Dovahkiin looking super strong in this S&D.
You like to see it here if you're on the side of Dovahkiin Oblivion. I mean, all up in the pace in the entries, immaculate plans perfect, and now they want to go down towards the B side. Oh, good luck to you, sir.
Good trophy taken out, and Soya will not miss with that shot. Ange annihilated, and now here comes the rotations. They're trying to defend the site with those grenades lined up initially, but a double smoke blocking off that entrance. Beautiful defensive play by Dovahkiin as they take the plant, pile on the pressure on X, and now X is absolutely blind as they try to access the bomb site.
Oh, Gert, mids on the corner side here. They got to deal with. Oh, mids gonna double. Trey, but Gert closes it out. Dovahkiin Oblivion back-to-back rounds.
Oh, beautiful setup, beautiful rush towards the bomb site. They quickly sneak their way in, and it is the post-plant actions that just made Dovahkiin so much more stronger in that round. Those smokes just slowing down X. They just could not take an aggressive front. And this time round, they switch up the momentum. They switch up the pacing of this game. They take it a little bit slower instead.
Oh, here. But player 1, player 3, Reed and Garrick, they direct attention towards it A side. It's going to be a heavy slam here. And then one player here for set of AMG all alone. That's going to be laps for you, sir. Can you hold your ground? The answer is no. Epoch shuts you out. And it's going to be a free side once again for the set of DVK.
The grenade just goes wide here for X. Well set up. Girk. Dioric spotting one out as well. It's going to get caught out here. Beautiful play by Dioric. But look at this read on the follow-up from the back. And Ange punished. Playing ring around the rosy. A little bit of a peekaboo action there as Cope finds RG as well. Final player is not going to have any chance whatsoever. A string of rounds for DVK. And Dovahkiin Oblivion looking to obliterate their opponents.
Yeah, no silver lining here for the set of AMG. I need to hear your way in regards to how we can recover inside of this game.
We got the bomb.
Nan.
Stronghold yung muna. Tiwala kayo sa rate.
Madami mid ah.
Walang connector pa.
Ako base.
Connector nila. Tapos win.
Yellow.
Isa pa, pre.
Nice.
Yellow.
May mid.
Slope isa. Puta
Piso
ano.
con.
Slope ah.
Slope plus.
Grabe nga yung
Slope
dalawang
plus.
ganun.
Slope plus.
Bomb acquired.
Sa box slope ah.
Ingat base sila ah.
Sorry Emperor. Pwede kill.
Anting ako rin.
Nice one.
Grabe palo ang gago.
That round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
I don't know, man. This one's looking way too easy for Dovahkiin as they just string multiple rounds together, looking to dominate, looking to annihilate X at this point.
Yeah, it's an abomination, decimation, annihilation. The game shock here for set of X. Tap, but at least the next 3% to call it a game, no. I mean, they start things off here with a first frag. Mids already going to be good here for set of AMG. Can they find more, though?
Looks like Reed's gonna find one for himself. There's a 1-for-1 trade and still alive and kicking to keep X in this round. But how can they make a comeback here? They're gonna need a monumental effort on their side. But Ange says that's exactly what I've got to bring. Takes Kirk out of the equation. So yeah, routing around. RG backing up Ange. They've got the numbers advantage now up against Dovahkiin to pull this round and maybe some momentum. Scope. Oh, beautiful slide. Scope's gonna miss that. Quickly repositions. And that's going to be a disadvantage for Scope. And Ange takes advantage. That's what we're expecting out of that.
Only rounds surrounding you, take it. And that should be enough for you to ignite the fire.
Defend the objective.
Last year as well to make the most out of this first half. X can we...
This is a tough one for X indeed. He split up with a 2-3 formation, 3 players stacked on the A bomb site, and that is the right decision made here. Can they go in for the Punisher? Soyas routing that bomb over towards A. They lose one. It laps out of the equation. Perhaps Ange can find the clutch. Miku shut down by Soya. Ange is there. Scope taken out. Can Ange get one more? Almost! And does not get the final shot in. Mid sorts that out with a pro shot. And it is looking dire here for AMG.NL.
Yeah, that round says a lot in a wide. This great stop-sided here for ZAMG. This first initial contacts, those first connecting too much here for side of X. And as they go, they gotta worry about a full marching Dovahkiin Oblivion here on the mid-map.
Oh, pressure indeed. It's a target to 9. X can still make a comeback if RG. Ange wake up little by little. Laps shuts down Girk. Right after RG got taken out. Give me the numbers here. Decent. No man, Miku. 1-for-1 like a pendulum. They swing back and forth. AMG, they've got the numbers advantage. Soya, the final player left. And they shut him down as well. Some signs of life out of X.
Nicely done. Take that last round position as well. As now they find themselves here on the offense for the side of AMG.NL.
What a game for X. Not giving up. And that's the kind of fight we want to see in them. So yes, in a little bit of a pickle here. Gets flashed, gets punished, and Miku stepping it up. Dovakin Oblivion. They thought this was going to be an easy run, and X just waking up. Mids, sneaky play.
Oh,
He thinks he's playing prop hunt. But I'll take it. Ha! It was brilliant! And he gets the surprise play. And the triple. Holy Lord, Mids! You monster! Punished by RG finally. But the damage has been done. Miku's there for the follow-up. Reed gets the clutch and DVK.
Not over yet.
What a round set up by Mids.
what an outplay! What a play by
Damn!
Mids. He's smiling. He knows it. Let
Some
him know
prop
it.
hunt magic right there, Warden.
The end.
Welcome. Oh, and as they go, the action's not gonna stop you at all. Look at the mid push for the center DV. My God.
They definitely want to close this one out. Miku gets one, gets two. Beautiful play on the flash. And that's how you pull it right back against an aggressive squad like DVK. Underestimating what the opponents could do in that situation. Miku has got the C4 in hand. Question is, where do they route it? Two hunters, one defender on the side of DVK. Defender is hoping and praying the bomb gets routed over towards that A site. Miku not going out on a careless play just yet, Labs. Both of them is holding their angles here, expecting Dovakin to get aggressive, to come out looking for them. But Dovakin knows better than to do that. They've already lost 2 lives already. And they're not looking to make a mistake on this round. They want to end this one early.
To take a perfect form up here for the side of AMG. Through, Laps gets spotted out. Fortunately, doesn't get damage. You got Miku as well, developing a mid push. Does he go towards A? I don't think so. But look at Reed, able to slip by, might be able to catch Laps with his pants down.
Cheeky. Dirty. Oh, Sko waited long enough for the delivery of a point. Labs will find one Punisher, but it's now in a 1v2. Do you have what it takes up against a sniper with your switchblade and the SKS, a marksman and a sniper? The scope looking for one, but Labs with the Punisher gets the slide and the clutch for Labs. AMG.NL hanging on, and that's what we need to see out here.
Laps has been prominently been known in regards to clutching up what matters the most. And you get to see it and you get to feel it. Come again, this is one of your more important matches here for the other side of X. 4 rounds to go to get the equalizer. It's definitely not going to be easy, but it all can start right now. They slow it down though. As DVK, they send out one player towards the B side, one on mid and 3 guys on A. To try to play for the picks, but the numbers leaning towards the B side just a little bit.
Scope. Oh, wasn't the right place, right time. But the peak just deadly from RG. He's keeping his shoulders right inside of that window frame. And punishes Scope for just standing out in the open. Just a little too exposed. This is going to get punished as well. X on their way back, but Sawyer trying to keep them under control. Finds one. Wall bang. Not going to find anyone just yet. Gives a little bit of information. And Ange knows exactly what to expect. Has got the SKS for the response as well. It's a fair fight, but Ange choosing to not take that battle just yet. Spots out, so yeah, beautiful Punisher by Ange. And they're making their way back in here, Warden.
Silver lining as well for them here on this round. But look at the 2 players from the side of DVK. He's biting a rotation here towards the B side. Thinking that it's going to be a B push. Ange posted up here well as well. Might be able to get another incorrect here right off the cross air. And we're going to take up the fight once again. Kirk is a bit too frisky for my liking, but Kirk nearly stays alive. And now it's going to be the rest of the players from acting themselves here side of the side.
Oh, backstep though. The numbers on the side of him. Oh, but Gerk punishes Ange. Retaken down. Dioric shut down as well. Gerk looking for the super clutch. Has got the Locust in hand. In a 2v1, AMG.NL has got the advantage. And RG finds the finisher. What a game. What a comeback. Can we see more? Can we see a game number 3? Both these teams deserve it.
I don't know about you, man, but I'm feeling it.
Defend the objective.
Oh
Amen.
boy,
Amen.
AMG.NL need to get some more now. 2 rounds, 1 cut to chase, 3 as well, but it's a perfect start for them. And has to go. Same approach here for the side of DVK, same old formation. Can X Another. And
Oh, Girk almost punished early here. A second life here for the side of AMG.NL, but they cannot drop the ball. They cannot underestimate what Dovahkiin Oblivion can do to them. I mean, what we saw at the start of this game could very well play out once again.
Got the bomb.
And they're showing the respect that Dovahkiin definitely deserves here. Soya missing with those shots to punish. We'll get a couple of tags in. But quickly backs away. Information given away now. And the rest of the defensive players come back here for the rotation. Miku punishes Soya from afar. Scope looking for the mid rotation, and Miku gets a double. What a play so far from X. Reed, beautiful door punisher, gets a double. And the Switchblade still a big punisher here for the side of Dovahkiin. And the numbers advantage, although X pulled the initial 2 frags.
oh, but RG finds Skirk away. Reed from the.
Oh, man.
RG gets the read. Now it's Mids all alone in a 1v2 situation once again. The bomb's gonna get picked up. It should be a bomb plan, but Mids might be able to stop it. Oh!
Mids with the clutch. Dropping the ball big time on that round. And Mids, on the other hand, the exact opposite. Knew the play, knew the timing, went out for the punisher, and found 2 players who were not looking up.
The enemy has the bomb.
That being said, match point advantage for the side of the Dovahkiin Oblivion. One more round to seal the deal here for the series. AMG.NL, they gotta win 4 rounds in a row, AJ. 4 freaking rounds in a row to survive and stay alive inside of this map in Tunisia.
They've showed us those 4 rounds already. He might be able to see a little bit more. Ange needs to wake up, continue staying alive. Dioric needs to step it up, and the first player they need to find and shut down is going to be Mids, who's just been so deadly with that Switchblade. Very aggressive. And the one saving grace here is the fact that X is the attacker. They've got the bomb in hand, and Dioric, we just asked him to step it up, and he steps it up, finding the first elimination in this round.
So I got a bit to frisky there on the B side. And take a look at the players from the AMG as well to get the number shot on the mid-map. Lap's gonna come across, finds another as well. Backs away, now it's a 5v3. Should be another lifeline for the side of AMGX.
That's what I'm talking about, baby! AMG.NL, wake it up! Girk looking for one. They can still find the clutch here. Reed gets one, traded out by RG. Beautiful locus on the drop. And now it's all up to Girk in a 1v3. Bomb being planted. Girk, can you do it? With the Switchblade, if he pulls a tight corner around the left, he can punish Miku, and that's going to be the opener. But Miku quickly repositioning, taking away the advantage that Girk could have had against him in that situation. And now, at a massive disadvantage, Dovahkiin Oblivion, they will be held at match point because of their positioning. But Girk, what a spot! Pixel peeping, punishing RG, the sniper. Will find Dioric as well. Girk looking for the clutch. Time is running out. 15 seconds left on the clock.
No way. No way. We good to see this. He takes up the fight and Miku wins it. Oh my god. AMG. They stay alive.
Holy mama, what a game. What a series. What an SND. What a fight from both the squads. Girk almost had his moment there, but it was a damn good play. Sorted out those 2 players in the 1v3. This couldn't go all the way. Reed, Angie, oh, beautiful. As he punishes Mids. Girk taken out by Ange. And that's the kind of fight we want to see in the early part. Scope tagged up already. We'll have to back away from that engagement to recover. And AMG.NL starting off this round really hard.
Yeah, just gonna be a nice one here once again. They find themselves the early initial numbers on their side, and now it's about time for them to go for another commitment, knowing for a fact that they got the ball here at the hail down from the skies. George gets epochs away. Last player left on his A side. It doesn't matter for George. Last player, Soya, Dovahkiin Oblivion. It should be another lifeline for your boys from X.
Let's go, man. You talked about the 4 rounds in a row, and X is delivering. Soya will miss that opportunity with the SKS. Will get punished. And this is AMG.NL on the way back into this game.
Family of Alpha Metagaming, Knowledge Secundus, all eyes on you.
Defend the objective.
Can we see more Let's see more here, X. We know you have a lot more to show, as we get to see now. Round number 15 is now going to be opening up.
Both teams are showing us brilliant rounds. Round after round. Perfection from both Dovahkiin Oblivion as well as AMG.NL. But who will be the better squad by the end of this game? Can we see a game number 3? X needs, at the very least, 4 rounds in a row to put DVK down under and lead us into that control match that we have been looking forward to all day long. And Dovahkiin, on the other hand, on match point, just needs this 1 round, Warden.
No, it's getting too frisky now here for a set of DVK. They slow it down. They don't want to play no overextension anymore, as the players have actually have been able to punish them so many times. They settle it down for a standard 2-1-2, and it's just all going to come down to the picks and the dictation of the players of AMG.NL.
Oh, a tense situation for sure as they slow the pace down. Soya has got the 1-up here with the SKS. The time to kill on the SKS has definitely been a challenge here for a lot of these players. That being said, definitely one of the meta weapons in the current season, and a while already, as a matter of fact. So you're just unable to punish at this point of time. RG, on the other hand, together with Ange, will be able to find the number. Scope on the revenge shot off of the Locust Electron. Will be able to equalize the numbers, but Labs, Aoric, Miku, they all step it up, holding DBK to match point, keeping the squad alive, keeping the series alive, Warden.
1 more round to force an overtime. The first overtime here for today's broadcast. AMG.NL. Can he get it, or can we finally see a stopper from the side of Dovahkiin Oblivion?
What a game, man. More exciting than the second series we had that we were all looking forward to. This is the match of the day. This is the series of the day. If we get pushed into control, my life is complete. On my comeback run out of retirement, Call of Duty Mobile dragging me out of the woodworks. Like a little cockroach, I stayed hidden away for a long, long time. But everybody demanded for a little bit of fire, and we give them that fire, Warden. This is literally the best S&D of the day. And AMG.NL on a run to make a comeback. DVK looking to find the finisher. The bomb in the hands of X. They need to make a move. They need to take their pick. And it looks like it's going to be this B-bomb site.
This might be the final stand here if Soya can close out the deal. Finds his son to connect. He backs away. He knows for effects of B push, and Kirk finds the first frag. Lapt is out. The commitment gets stopped just a little bit. Do they want to go for this, or do they want to double back?
Big opener from Girk. Eric's going to just take a step back after getting tagged. Soya again, very dangerous with the SKS. Oh, beautiful play. They smoke out the position of Soya. Down through the opening though. Can they punish? Girk back in a way. Miku gets the tag. The follow-up is weak as Girk punishes once again, getting 2 in this round. Soya gets another. It's all up to RG and Ange. This could end here in this round. One final player. RG will fail, and Dovahkiin Oblivion gets the win in the series.
GG's well played. What a game, what a run, what an effort from the set of AMG.NL. They came from a what?
Oh.
6 rounds deficit. They drop it down to just a singular round for them to try to take a win to get an overtime, but unfortunately for them, Dovahkiin Oblivion, they finally found the answer to put a stopper into it, and it was in the perfect time to avoid it overtime.
Lovely, beautiful. This is what we expect out of Dovahkiin. They deliver the clutch towards the very end. Definitely needed from the squad. Everybody tried to step it up, but it was AMG.NL that really brought fire into this lobby, keeping themselves alive, trying to desperately stay alive to push us into a game number 3. But Dovahkiin pulled a denial off towards the very end. Look at the numbers, man. I mean, RG shined on the Locust and just well stepped it up. Definitely one of the better players on the side of AMG when it comes to the mechanical plays. Scope just not having the best of scopes this time with a sniper, but it doesn't matter. The rest of his team members, they were in the driver's seat round after round. They kept switching it around between themselves. Everybody shined on the side of Dovahkiin.
Hey, that's your mana epoch right there, aka Scope of DVK, and Well, you know, for the side of AMG as well, I gotta hand it down. George, 9 kills, Laps, 8 kills, but there was a lot of impactful kills as well that really was able to really bring up the squad of AMG to be able to put up this type of fight. Bro, I was expecting a scoreline of like, what, 2-9, 3-9? Not until we got to see AMG.NL step it up on the second half.
And that's what we need. That is what we need for these teams to show that they've got the fire in them. Win or loss, it doesn't matter. Every single round, we need to see you go all out. Every single round, we need to see you prove what made you earn your way in here and why we should be screaming to see you on these Garena Master plays in the future as well. And I think AMG.NL put up a very, very strong case for us. I am excited to see how much this team can continue to grow in the competition. Not just tomorrow, right? We have to look forward to their plays as well. And at the end of the day, we also are looking forward to see how much they grow in the future plays. Unfortunately, this will be the very final game for AMG.NL. But as far as Dovahkiin is concerned, they have got a game in store for us tomorrow. They've got the opening series up against VİZUALZ. Can they bring that same fire tomorrow? That's going to be a big question.
I'm excited for that one, man. I mean, we could see a lot more syrups as well. I mean, hey, VİZUALZ took away the squad of legends. Up next is going to be the prime squad of DVK Oblivion. I mean, nicely done. Come off from a 2-0 here up against AMG.NL, but obviously it's a bit of a tougher opponent here up against VİZUALZ, leading up towards tomorrow's run. But driving back towards the Church and Destroy, AJ, I mean, bro, RG and Ange on the second half was on fire as ever.
Yeah, I mean, they turned it up. You saw the desperation plays. You saw them wake up. You saw them, you know, definitely someone had a good pep talk in the squad and woke up the rest of his team members, because they just showed a very different version of what they are, what they can do out there on the battlefield. And they actually started making the players on the side of Dovahkiin a little bit nervous. But just making Dovahkiin a little bit nervous is not going to get you the game victory at the end of the day. They were cool, calm, collected. We even tried to listen into some of their comms, and you saw just not a lot of communication going in. Everybody was locked in. They all knew what they needed to do in these rounds, how they needed to play their positions, and I think everybody delivered well. And DBK Reed, your MVP for this SND, 16 eliminations with a 1.78 KD average.
Yeah, hands down as well. Was still MVP of the hardpoint run, so hey, best believe it, he will be our series MVP for this one. Reed, I'm so surprised, man. I mean, this guy came from the squad of Starboys, coming from the community gladiator scene, leading up to this squad here for Dovahkiin Oblivion. Bro, this guy, I've said it before, the most consistent player for DVK Oblivion.
I mean, the most consistent, and he is getting those MVPs for a good reason. Series MVP as well as he bags the double. 73 eliminations in totality, 1.78 KD in total overall in the series. Brilliant play. I cannot wait to see what they do up against VİZUALZ tomorrow. If they get a win, I will be dying to see Dovahkiin Oblivion in action once again. They may not make it into the playoffs this time round, but they have already got me waiting to see what more they can do in the future competitions of our Garena Masters.
Yeah, the fact that they look pretty reformed here, despite the fact that this is a pretty brand new squad here for set of Dovahkiin Oblivion. I mean, prominently, the Dovahkiin Oblivion that we know is the one with Risky, with Sieve. Unfortunately, you know, for side of Risky, he moved over to EVOS in the Indonesian region, and for the side of Sieve, he is now in Kenya, by the way. So, hey, Garena represent for our players in the African and the Indonesian region, but now we draw things back here towards our round robin stage standings. Not much of a shift here from the top side. We still have Elevate alongside rival esports and ALUla club here on the top 3 spot. VİZUALZ was able to overtake the players of Legends, and Dovahkiin Oblivion, well, they are going to be still solidified there at our second to last seed here for our round robin stage. Andrew at LLX with that loss right there, they're not going to have no serious points, no serious scoring, no match wins, but they were able to really keep it up close, especially against DVK Oblivion earlier.
Yeah, not surprised at all to hear about Steve, to hear about his run in the African region. But, you know, like I said at the very start, man, Call of Duty Mobile esports from the very start, it has always been about Garena. It has definitely been about SMP for a great big of that run. It has definitely been about the Philippines. You guys have just got the level of talent that's on a totally different level altogether.
You know, AJ, just talk to you about that. So Steve is with Badman in the Kenyan roster that they have, and you know, what the other Africans are like, Oh my God, they have a Garena player. They got a Garena player. Oh no, we gotta get our international players as well. That is
There
the
you go.
aura of Garena, bro.
That is indeed the aura of Garena. That is indeed the aura and the dominance of the Philippines in the world of Call of Duty Mobile. I mean, from the very start, when we had our very first world champions, we had the Filipinos there as well, right? You just cannot get rid of them. There's a good reason why the players from the Philippines are in demand all around the world. If you want to find dominance, if you want to find a world champ for yourself, you have to start acquiring for sure. I mean, it was built here in Garena, and it'll continue to be built. The action, the high octane action especially, is right back in it. I can't wait to see more, not just from this region, but from all of the competitions in the future. But this one, Garena Masters 11, not over just yet. We've got the final round. We've got the final day of the round robins tomorrow, and then it's time for our playoffs, Warden.
Definitely, man. Whew, what a run that we've had here for today. Honestly, no game threes, but each and every game mode was down to the wire, and it was all up and into it. So entertaining at all.
Yeah,
I'm lost for
absolutely.
words.
I am not lost for words. I've got more in the tank. I have got more to throw at you guys on this broadcast tomorrow. I'll definitely be here as well for day 6 of our round robins, as well as the grand finals. We've got Neptune making his comeback for the grand finals as well. There's another uncle coming out of retirement for the world of Call of Duty Mobile. So we've got a lot more waiting for you here at Garena Masters Season 11. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is AJ. I'm the Mustachio down here with the one and only Warden, signing off for the day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.